motherfuckers. Let's do it.
It's alive. It's moving. It's coming this way.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Horror Movie Club, the club where what do? We talk about horror movies. We always try to make sure that it is a movie that is not behind a paywall, that you can watch on free streaming services like Tubi or Plex or Peacock or YouTube even. And the link to tonight's movie is down in the description, where you can go and watch an absolutely free, unedited copy of tonight's movie. And trust me, tonight's movie is one of those movies you do not want watered down. It is absolutely fucking soaked with gore. What am I talking about? I'm talking about, of course, Return of the Living Dead Part 3. And Return of the Living Dead Part 3 has a really, really interesting story, in the sense that, of course, the original Return of the Living Dead, do I even really need to talk about that? It's a fucking classic, right? One of the best zombie movies ever made. Some people, like my boy Matt, would actually say it's the best zombie movie ever made. I would give it, of course, to one of the Romero movies. I always switch, sometimes it's night, sometimes it's dawn. It's usually night or dawn. But they followed that up, unfortunately, with Return of the Living Dead Part 2, which is, sad to say, a fucking abortion. I remember that got a theatrical release and going in with some friends to see it and walking out madder than a motherfucker, right? Not like we were disappointed, but that we had just been insulted. Like they'd taken our money and bitch slapped us, right? And spit in our eye. And it's strange too, because you would think that it would have been a good movie. It had like a lot of the right elements, namely, I think it's Ken Wiederhorn, who was the director of Return of the Living Dead Part 2, because he was the director of one of the greatest zombie movies of all time, certainly the greatest Nazi zombie movie ever made, which is Shockwaves from, 77, 78? No, actually, I think that was 76. Yeah, it was 76, actually, now that I think of it, because Peter Cushing went right from there, making that movie, to England to make Star Wars. So Return of the Living Dead Part 2, absolute fucking piece of shit. Nobody liked it. Everybody hated it. I think it was trying to lure in like normie fans, and it didn't succeed at that, and it pissed off the old fans, and so it's like the worst of all worlds. So the franchise laid fallow for years, and then Trimark bought the rights, and they contacted Brian Yuzna. They wanted him to direct it, and they were like, okay, as long as the zombies crave brains, as long as it's like the same origin for the zombies and the same type of zombies, you can do anything with that you want. And I didn't bother with it. It was direct-to-video. I thought the box cover looked pretty interesting, but I thought, yeah, you know what? Part 2 fucked me so hard, I'm not going back to this franchise. And so it was on late-night TV, HBO, and I started watching it, and I was like, oh, okay, well, let me just see what this is like. And to my amazement, it didn't suck. And I stayed with it. And not only did it not suck, it got better and better and better and better, until I suddenly realized I was watching an awesome horror movie. So definitely click that link. Check it out if you haven't, because Return of the Living Dead Part 3 is a cult classic, and it gets a lot of love from its fan base, but I still don't think it gets the proper amount of love from the normies and like the new horror fans who are just coming in. So I always like to focus on movies that are I don't know, a little bit underlooked, underloved. But anyway, let me bring on your boy, Matt. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on?
Sup? A lot of shit, man. A lot of shit.
Yeah, lots of shit. Lots of crazy books launching right now. Lots of horror movies out right now. Lots of werewolf movies coming out. Oh man!
Everybody go back that on Indiegogo right now. By my boys.
Yeah, dude. And then Brian Pulido just launched. He just launched. What is it? Morgue. Eddie Morgue, I think it was called. Something like that.
Okay.
If you're like a fan of Evil Ernie, this is like the next best thing, but even looks even cooler.
Okay.
So it just launched yesterday. I definitely want to pick that one up. Free shipping US. It's a graphic novel. Yeah, I think it's called.
It's not crowdfunded.
Yeah, it's on Kickstarter right now.
Oh, it is.
So
Okay.
I'll definitely be covering it on my show.
It, man.
Yeah, he's like, it's finally I'm doing a dude book. You know, that's what he's saying. You know, but he like Ghost like Ninja launched it. Did just kind of like July does. You know,
just dropped it, right?
Yeah, just drop it like it's hot. You know, but it's called it's called Morgue. No, Morgue Mike. I'm sorry, or Mike Morgue. Mike Morgue. There we go. Morgue Mike. Sorry, it took me a minute. Morgue Mike. That's what it's called. Yeah. So, looks pretty cool. And then obviously Horseman dropped today. That looks fucking sick. By our boy Chuck Dixon. Want to pick that up?
Yeah.
So, a lot of cool books. Psycho Slumber. You know.
Yes, by my boys Phil Diaz and of course Adam Lawson. You know that book is going to be fire.
Oh right? Yeah, for sure, man. Definitely.
Yeah.
And yeah, man.
They bring the quality.
Shit. And also Blood Moon by Pete Samedi and Robert Geronimo with King Cryptid and Blood fucking Realm. Metal as fuck crossover. Still need to get that. All these books, man, I just can't get them right now. All these fucking horror, dark fantasy, vigilante books that I want, but I just can't get them right now. So,
but the good news is it's not like
it's the end of the world or anything.
Eventually get them.
Yeah, I'm gonna get them eventually. It's just I like to back people's books that day.
Me too.
You know what I mean? Because they need the help that day. You know what I mean? Because it helps. It helps with the snowball effect. It helps people see the big numbers. It helps people know that like, okay, I'm getting my book. You know what I mean? And
absolutely, all
of these guys are proven winners. So you don't have to worry about not getting your book. You know, within a reasonable time. So they're pretty fucking on it. You know what I mean?
They're legit. They're not. They're legit. Not hucksters. Oh, we got Odin Dasco in the chitty chat. What up, Odin? Return may not be the best zombie movie, but it is definitely my favorite. 3 was fun, but I didn't like it first time I saw it. I was young though. I'd say that time has been kind to it, but I loved it the first time I saw it. Mind you, I think that when you're going into a movie and your expectations are like, at the absolute bottom of the fucking barrel, the film has an advantage. Whereas if it's just not shit, you're already kind of impressed. And then if it delivers, you're just like even more jubilant at what you're watching. And man,
also, I almost forgot, man. Our boy Skunk, he launched a book called The Splash. It's a kid's book, but it's beautiful artwork, man. It's on Indiegogo right now. I totally forgot about that book. So many books out.
Tons. I know. And the thing is, it's like it's making me hopeful, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
That the crowdfunding scene is still alive, that it's still kicking because the economy right now is really, really rough. And then, of course, the biggest obstacle we all face, just getting people to know that we exist. So, which is why I always tell people, if you can't back a book, share the link. Because if you don't think that quick mouse click, if you don't think that makes a difference for us, you're wrong. It makes a huge difference. So share those 100%. Links out there. If you want to help, us, if you want to help indie comics, right? Because we are rising while the mainstream is Going down in flames. Odin says, I never saw 2. Lucky man.
I've never seen
so
either.
3
I want to
was
see
kind of
it.
like my 2. Haha.
Me too.
Well, I think it's just. I mean, is it hard? Is it hard to find? Is it one of those movies like Phantasm 2?
Just never got
where,
around
like,
to
the
it.
Rights are kind of funny.
I just never got around to it.
But it's, it's interesting. It's like, I always bring up the IMDb page for a movie if I need like the name of an actor or something like that.
Right.
And so you type in Return of the Living Dead, and it gives you 2 options and immediately click on it. One is the original Return of the Living Dead, and the second one is Return of the Living Dead 3. I was like, interesting, right? It completely skipped 2 because nobody likes 2. It's insultingly bad is what I'm saying. Like, it just genuinely like, when you feel like you've been pissed on, right? I mean, which we get all the time. We're used to that nowadays. The whole bait and switch, but that's what it felt like at the time. Like, we've been baited into and switched. Yeah, everybody go check out Psycho Slumber. It's doing really nicely. It's chugging along. And what can I say? It's the Kill Journal meets Crimstone from the Lost Pages. You can't go wrong with that. And Sin Dog, what's up, dude? I dropped the link. If you want to come in, if you don't, that's totally cool too. I get it. It's a kid horror comedy movie. Yes, he's talking about Return of the Living Dead Part 2. You know what? I'm wondering if that even got an R rating.
Really?
Yeah. Let me see. I gotta click on this. Yeah, and we're gonna get into some horror movie news because we have some dope news. We have some really, really exciting. At least for me, I'm like extremely excited.
For me too.
No, it was R rated. Yeah. And of course, it had James Cameron and Tom Matthews from the first movie, which is cool, but they were totally wasted in it, and it's bad. I don't know that the shittiness. I don't know if the shittiness of Return of the Living Dead Part 2 undoes if it negates the awesomeness of Shockwaves, but it's close. I would say the awesomeness of Shockwaves, still got to give Kevin Wiederhorn mad crazy love for that movie, but he will live in infamy for Return of the Living Dead Part 3. So you got Brian Yuzna, who is best known mostly as a producer, actually, but he produced a bunch of the Stuart Gordon, Dennis Paoli, Lovecraft movies, like of course Reanimator, From Beyond, and he directed Bride of Reanimator, which I remember hating. But my homeboy Chris, by the way, Chris, if you're listening, much love to you, man. He's just jacked up right now with a broken ankle. He's in a wheelchair and shit. So much love to you, man. And his movies are very, what can I say? It's like he decided to step into the director's chair and also the writer's chair. And his movies are very, very, very peculiar. They're very, very gory. They have very, very bizarre special effects. That's right. He did Silent Night, Deadly Night 4 and 5. And the effects in those are great. That's right. He worked on the screenplay for Honey, I Blew Up the Kids.
That's funny as fuck.
And Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Yeah.
I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah, yes. And he also did the adaptation of Tim Vigil's Faust comic.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. That's how I knew the name. Okay, yeah, I can't wait to see that movie, man. I've been waiting to watch that too.
It's fun.
On Tubi. It's right on Tubi.
It's fun. Yeah, I think it is. Society is probably his most critically acclaimed movie. I don't get it. I think it has an interesting premise that goes nowhere, but that got him a bunch of critical acclaim that's still like regarded highly. Whereas I think tonight's movie is way better. James Hurley says, Brian, what's a remake you thought would suck hard but surprised that it was decent? For me, Thomas Crown Affair, that was okay. And The Italian Job, that was okay too. I still think the originals of those are better. I would say the Dawn of the Dead remake. I was going to boycott that. I was just like, fuck. I was like, wait, Romero's not involved? Get fucked. And then I remember reading an interview with a screenwriter who was a guy who had worked for Troma Films before. His name was James Gunn. And he said that he was approaching it the way that Philip Kaufman had approached his remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And I went, like, oh, what? Oh, okay. I was like, because that remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers is a banger. It is better than the original. It is scary as fuck. I would love to do that on the stream one of these days. It's fucking just ruthless.
Sim said The Thing is the best remake. I think the second best remake is The Fly by Cronenberg ever of all time. Best
those
remake.
Are both. Those are right, but I was expecting those to be good. Right, because you're talking about Carpenter and Cronenberg. And Cronenberg had already shown that he could do a mainstream movie and stay David Cronenberg.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then I got a hot take for you. The Wolfman remake's way better than the original. Way fucking better.
Blasphemy. No, well, look, the original
Wolfman
movie isn't that great. The original Wolfman movie isn't that great. There are things I really hate. Yeah, no, I mean, there are things I really hate about the remake. Yeah. I don't understand. Andrew Kevin Walker is a really good writer. He did Seven, of course. I don't understand why he felt the need to turn it into this Freudian thing. Not that the Wolfman isn't Freudian. Clearly, it's the id, right?
Well, then he also
but how he had to work in all the stuff, the mother and the father.
Yeah.
What was that?
All that shit. He also went to the insane asylum in part 2, right? In the old one. The Wolfman Part 2?
Didn't they? No, there was no Wolfman Part 2. This is how the Universal Wolfman cycle goes.
It was House of Dracula or something, wasn't it? One of the Dracula. Yeah.
Wolfman, Frankenstein meets the Wolfman.
That's what it was. That's the one.
Which is awesome.
That's the one where he goes to the asylum.
And it's I mean, he's in a hospital briefly, actually. Yeah. And then there's House of Frankenstein and House of Dracula. And at the end of House of Dracula, he gets a happy ending. He actually is free of the curse and goes off into the sunset with the hottie, right? So Lawrence in there too, happy ending. But then you have Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein.
Yeah, that was the one I watched as a kid.
In the continuity, I actually just watched that the other night with my homie Chris, right? Because I've been trying to hang out at his place as much as possible because homeboy's jacked up, right? And he could use somebody doing shit for him and just hanging out and just like binging horror movies. And he put that on, and we were going to watch some just as a placeholder while looking for something else to watch. I was like, no, let's just stay with this.
Yeah,
I never get sick of it.
I like his makeup in that one the best. The wolf makeup.
Oh yeah, it's Bud Westmore. Yeah. Because the guy who created the original makeup, of course, was Jack Pierce. Jack Pierce was brilliant, but evidently a bit of an a-hole, right? Okay. And they didn't really tolerate a-holes back then as much as they do now. And so he had an apprentice by the name of Bud Westmore. And when he got as good and then actually even better than his teacher, they just fired Jack Pierce and replaced him with Bud Westmore. But Westmore's makeup was better. Right. And
it looks way better.
And Glenn Strange, I mean, I wouldn't say it breaks my heart, but it makes me sad that Karloff isn't in that because he thought he turned it down, and not to be a prima donna or a dick, but because the Frankenstein monster was a character that was so precious to him, mostly because it was so precious to children, and little kids were sending him all these fan letters. And it meant something to him. And he was like, I don't want to see them, I don't want to be in a movie that, mocks the character. meanwhile, the thing that makes that movie so awesome is the fact that the horror element is played completely straight, and the monsters are played completely straight. They're not ridiculed in any way. They're fucking menacing. What up, Sim?
Hey, what's up?
What's going on? What's going on?
I don't know. I wanted to come here and talk about that movie, but I also mentioned more shit in the chat if you go look.
Oh, that's right. Faust was cool for a movie.
Great remakes, dude. There's like Faust I really like Faust for some reason. I don't know. Like I'm one of those that like it for the reason of it's a really good B movie.
Right.
Like it's there's part of it that's so bad that it's good, but they respected the character. It's a weird thing. Vampirella was shit though, but that one was good.
Yeah, so like I said, looked great, but
I agree with Mr. There Wolfman. The remake was freaking awesome.
Yeah,
I really like it.
I love that movie. I
like Wolf too with Jack Nicholson back.
Oh, awesome!
Yes, I love that movie.
Wolfman was more of an actual remake of the Wolfman, and I love it when he runs on the fucking rooftops. Like I watched it like 2 weeks ago,
like the Crow and shit.
Yeah,
I was like,
and
then the director's cut basically elongates the rampage, which is like the best part of the movie.
The rampage, awesome.
See with the blind woman, the singer.
When he changes there, dude, it's fucking insane. Like I really liked it. Like kill me now, whatever. Yeah. And I also mentioned The Mummy and Little Shop of Horror, also part of the top fucking remakes.
Way better.
Yeah,
they're trying to get him to do another one. He might make another one.
But The Mummy with Brendan Fraser, I'm talking about, like not the remake that was made after Brendan Fraser.
But it's not as good as the Hammer remake of The Mummy.
I didn't like the original.
I have to check that out. That's
the original
high bar.
Universal's terrible.
That's a high bar, Brian. That one with Brendan Fraser, that movie is fucking gold as fuck.
Yeah,
it's not a horror movie.
I know it's dripping. Yeah, it's not that good of a horror movie, but action and adventure horror scares.
Yeah,
it's a horror movie. It's got some horror in it. Like some kids will get scared. Some of the parts where Imhotep's face is like fucking ripping, and he's like blah, 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 like walking.
The fucking scarab. I'm sorry, that was fucking scary.
Oh, there's some horror in there. Like I put it on for my 5-year-old. He's gonna get jumped on some spots. But
it's not. Well, here's the thing: the original, The Mummy, right? It's a remake of Dracula. Yeah, it really is. And the thing is, the original Dracula is shit, right? Yeah, it's just a bad movie. The same way that the original novel is just a bad novel.
The book's boring as fuck, yeah.
The book is boring as fuck, right? Yeah. And it says something about the power of Dracula as a Jungian archetype. Yeah. That the book was shit, doesn't matter. Then the play came out, and then the movie was based on the play, and the movie was shit. But there's something about that character, even if the movie is shit, even if the books are shit, he's too powerful. Yeah, right?
He's just the best IP ever.
Even one of them for sure. Yeah. For damn
You hear about your boy getting that Skeletor role though? Damn.
Did he accept it? Did he accept
Shattered Dreams right there. I did the gold dust on you.
No, I'm not. Here's the thing. When Masters of the Universe came along, I was too old for it. Right?
That was my time.
It doesn't have a emotional significance for me the way it does for some people. Right? Like I said, the thing that I thought was terrible about Kevin Smith was the fact that he wasn't a fan and he took the job and he didn't bother doing what I would do, which is then talk to people who are fans and for whom it is something precious and find out, well, what is that? What is it about it that's so precious? So I can make sure that that's going to be in the new shit. Of course, nowadays they don't care.
For me, it was the toys, and the movie came out and it made it like serious. And I didn't know who Franklin Jayla was. I didn't find out later on that he was Dracula. And my dad told me, and I just thought he was just. I'm like, who is this guy? He's fucking such a good actor. Just at a young age. I never knew what his face looked like. I think the first time I saw his face was in that movie Dave with Kevin whatever his name is. And then saw that and it was the shit. And then the Cartoon Network put out a new version of fucking Masters of the Universe that had like a little manga influence. That was the shit. And then I got the toy from that. I only watched one episode of it, and I never got around to it because I don't think I had cable at the time or whatever. I think it was in high school, and I was like, "This is dope," and I ended up buying the Skeletor from it. But I went back.
I have that somewhere.
I went back and rewatched the old He-Man cartoons. So I watched some of them, and it was during the Satanic Panic when it came out. My mom didn't want me watching it.
Did you watch? I went
back and rewatch it. It's fucking stupid as fuck. There's some cool stuff in there, but it's fucking lame.
Did you watch the 2012 remake?
No, no. Is that the one from Cartoon Network? I think that's what I'm talking about.
Is that the one where like Skeletor's origin, like his face melts off and everything?
Yes.
That was metal.
That's the one I'm talking about. It has like
that was on Cartoon Network for you? Okay.
Yeah. That shit was dope. And then I went back to rewatch the old one and I thought it was kind of trash. I'll still watch it for fun. But
they actually made the prince like skinnier, like he actually gets bigger instead of looking exactly the same.
Yeah, that's lame, like, or just have him the same the whole time or something, But for me, that's getting me like annoyed about the new movie is that he spends most of his life on Earth and then he's gonna go back to fight Skeletor. That's the new movie. It's kind of like stupid. I want the whole movie in 18 years. I don't want Earth. Yeah, I don't want Earth in there. No Earth.
No.
How do you know that?
I heard it somewhere, read it somewhere. That's the alleged idea behind it. The concept. They have a lot of people casted already for that movie too.
Oh, did you see the Red Sonja leak?
No. Oh, I mean, I know they were filming that for a while. But,
yeah, I'm looking for the picture right now. Where the fuck is that? The image that we got is really, really positive. She looks great. And the costume looks great. Really? And she's got the red hair and everything. Let me see if I can. Okay, I found the page.
And she's gonna wear the costume for just 5 minutes in the movie.
I know, right? Yeah. And then she's gonna wear a burqa. She's gonna wear a burqa. Yeah. Bait and switch.
They're gonna do like they you remember the Battle of the Planet? No, what was the name? Battle across the
Battle Beyond the Stars.
Yeah, when you see Valkyrie, she comes in like she's like hot, fucking awesome. In that
Sybil Danning, bro.
And halfway through it, they gave her a full body suit. Like you're like, what?
No, dude.
Got the metal bikini, dude, or what?
You know what they did?
Yeah, it was fucking insane. But after that, they changed her costume because they didn't want her to be.
That was for the TV version.
No, it's the actual movie. I have it.
No, dude, I'm telling you. The thing that they did, this is what they did for the television version. When she's in her ship, right? When she's in the cockpit, she's wearing the booby dress where it's like literally shaped like these hands are covering her breastises, right?
Yeah.
They put a control panel in front of her to hide her breastises. I'll never forget seeing that on TV and being like, "This is bullshit."
I've never seen it. I've always seen the VHS or DVD version.
It's fun. It's written by John Sayles.
But they do change her costume at mid movie after that, and I thought that was stupid because she looks nothing like a Valkyrie.
Oh, dude, and well, I mean, here's the thing. It's like if you see Sybil Danning in a movie and she's not topless, you at least want to see her as close to topless as possible.
She's one of the reasons behind the idea of why I named my Luani our nickname.
Oh, really? No shit.
She's part like it's one of the things that popped in my mind. Like, how am I gonna? And I'm like, Metal Valkyrie. Oh yeah, Space Valkyrie.
Space Valkyrie.
Like a Space Valkyrie, and I'm like,
she is in that movie.
Danning.
Yeah, Sybil Danning was the shit, man. James Hurley says Francis Ford Coppola Dracula is kind of Kino. It is Homeboy Matt's favorite movie, which is why when I saw that at my local comic shop for $20, they had a baggie that had all four of the. He knows where I'm going with this. Of the it was the Mike Mignola adaptation of, and I think Roy Thomas writing. But Mike Mignola doing the art for Dracula's Bram Stoker's Dracula, right?
I missed the fucking trade paperback. I'm one of the things that I'm pissed off I don't have that in my collection.
Yeah, well, check this out, Sim. So what does your boy do? Your boy does what your boy does. He's just
I know. You show me.
And I ask him, I'm just like, well, like, do you have that? And he's like, no. I'm like, I'm gonna hook you up, but you gotta promise me that you'll open that shit.
You didn't say
right, because comics are for reading, right? The same way it's like when people buy toys and don't open them and fuck with them and pose them on your desk. I don't get that, right? Toys are meant to be played with, whatever. And so I got that shit for my boy. I said it to my boy, and you know what my boy said? He's like, "Yeah, I ain't opening that shit."
It's so nice. Really? No, I will open it eventually. I will open it. I have the hardcover black and white too. The big black and white edition hardcover, but I will open it though. It's got trading cards in it. It's so cool. It's just something I always wanted as a kid. I knew I would never get.
That's the shit that you have to have. That's the shit that you have to have in life. Yeah.
KSS was also saying that he was thinking Daniel Day-Lewis would be great as Skeletor. I think Clive Standen, that played Rollo in Vikings, would be good. That guy is an overlooked actor. He could do a lot of fucking roles. He'd be a great Batman. He'd be a great Skeletor. He did like fucking Taken. That was it. And he played Rollo, but the guy don't get shit now. But yeah, he's a good actor. He can play Solomon Kane.
There's one actor that I don't know. I think he would have been perfect in it because he's one of the best guy playing evil, like bad guys. But he retired not too long ago, and he's a man that he's such a good actor. Like you said, like Daniel Day-Lewis is one, but Gary Oldman, dude, that guy is so he played some of the most iconic bad guys in fucking movies.
Oh my god,
he loses himself in that character, and he so doesn't give a fuck about that fight if you recognize him or not. He doesn't give a
chameleon.
shit.
Yeah, he's been my favorite actor.
So, dude, I was like, him playing Skeletor would have been fucking epic.
And the other choice that I heard,
I'm good.
The other choice that I heard that sounded great to me, Nicolas Cage.
Well, the thing is, you need somebody that's got a body. You can't just Oldman's cool, but he's never had the physique. Clive Standen's got the physique. Skeletor is Skeliswole.
I don't know.
You need a guy that's Skeliswole. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Not just,
he's yoked. He's yoked.
Not yoga body. He needs to be scoliosis out. So you got to get. I mean, Cage, he's tall, so he can kind of. There's some wiggle room there, kind of like the Franklin
plastic
Gala.
muscles on him, and he would chew up the scenery, dude.
Go get Rollo, dude. That fool's badass. He would fucking handle that like nothing. But Gary Oldman, he could fart any role. Yeah, favorite actor.
At that point, might as well give it to the previous fucking other show. He's
Franklin
not big anymore. Batista he lost weight, so yeah.
Well, the movie that we're going to be talking about in a minute, that actually Batista's been cast in, but isn't starring in. I'm wondering if they shot that before or after. But anyway, really quick, I just wanted to show this. How does that look to you, fellas?
Okay, that it looks cool, but it doesn't look like the actual bikini clad or whatever. It just looks like that. That looks more like that looks more like Joan of Arc.
It's kind of safe, but yeah.
It's I mean, it's you see the bared midriff, right? Yeah. And she's got pauldrons. That's fine.
But you don't even see the
boob armor too.
With it.
You don't see you don't see the full the legs. It's all hidden like it's a granny.
No, but you see her thighs. What I'm saying is this what I wanted? No. Is this acceptable? Absolutely.
Yeah, Michael Bassett's directing it from Silent Hill 2 and our movie Solomon Kane. So he's going to be directing it. So you got a Howard director directing Roy Thomas's character in a Howardian verse. I'm all game.
Oh yeah.
You can't find a better director to do it, so we're in good hands.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh dude, sold.
So yeah, I'll go watch.
I don't know. Well, what I heard that they wanted to remove and change her history, that she didn't get raped and shit, and the entire fucking story of her. So,
yeah, but we don't know if that's the case, right?
That's what she was saying. So let's see.
Well, we'll see.
So far they've been very disappointing in most of those shit. So just saying,
it happens.
Sometimes. I mean, I love the De Laurentiis Red Sonja movie. I'm not saying
watch the shit out of that with Conan.
Well, Calidor. His name is Calidor.
That is Conan though.
Prince Calidor.
He uses Calidor in another story. That's how they took it from there.
Yeah, so but that character is clearly not Conan.
It was supposed to be Conan.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be Conan. They changed their minds, like literally at the last minute. Yeah. He showed up on set expecting to play Conan.
No, Conan.
No, you're Calidor. Okay, I'm Calidor. Get to the chopper. It's not a tumor. Tim Olsen. Anyway, the thing I really want to talk about is the fact that there is a movie version of Grendel coming out. And that has me absolutely fucking thrilled.
I'm hyped for that. Mad hype.
The original novel is a personal favorite of mine.
Yeah, I've heard good things about that. That's an older novel too, right? From like the 70s or some shit?
It's from the 70s. It's written by John Gardner. And John Gardner was a guy who taught English literature at my alma mater, SUNY Binghamton, right? And unfortunately, he had died in a motorcycle accident before I got there, right? Which, yeah, it sucked. And, you know, I knew the professors there that would talk about him, and including one of my favorite professors that gave the eulogy at his funeral. He was a guy who taught an entire course on Beowulf, right?
Oh, fuck yeah.
An entire course on Beowulf.
Yeah.
And so he knew his shit. And so he kind of followed in the path of Professor Tolkien. Professor Tolkien was the first academic to take a look at Beowulf and be like, yeah, but what about these monsters here? Right? Because scholars did not give a fuck about the monsters. They're like, oh, they're just monsters. Right?
Right.
And Tolkien was the first one to look at them as characters and wonder as to their motivations and such, right? So Gardner decided like, well, okay, well, let me tell the Beowulf story from the point of view of Grendel, of the ogre. Yeah. And it's an incredible novel. It's very much about misanthropy. It's about being treated terribly by the world and then deciding, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to be terrible back. And it's a cautionary tale, I would say. There, you know, at first he's trying to make contact with human beings. He's very curious about them, and they freak out. When they see him because he's a monster and pelt him with stones and sticks and shit. And he's just an outsider. He can't relate to his mother. He can't relate to like any of the other monsters. He's just alone. And it turns him bitter and it turns him mean. And then the dragon is in there too, because the dragon is who Grendel goes to for advice, right? And what's great about the dragon is that the dragon is very intellectual, very cerebral, very philosophical until it comes to his gold.
Like a
right? Yeah, where it's like, you know, he's having this very intellectual, high-minded conversation with Grendel, and Grendel's like, you know, like, hey, you know, that's a nice jeweled cup over there. Don't touch it, it's mine. Right? And then he gets back to being philosophical, but when it comes to his gold, he just loses his shit, because what do dragons do? They covet above all. And if you'll remember in Beowulf, the reason why the dragon goes on his rampage is because a slave stumbles into his lair and takes a golden goblet, a cup, right? Just one little bauble, right? And the dragon goes ape shit. How fucking dare you? You're all gonna fucking die for this blasphemy. And then, of course, Beowulf has to come and slay the dragon, and gets slain in the process of slaying the dragon. But yeah, the director I'm not familiar with, because he's only done one movie before, which is The Man Who Killed Hitler and also The Bigfoot.
Oh, that movie was dope. The Man Who Killed Hitler and Bigfoot. It's a pretty epic movie. It had a cool take, and with Sam Elliott and the guy from The Hobbit.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the watch. It's a good watch. It's almost like, you know, the vibe you get from watching, but not as raunchy or raucous as Bubba Hotep. It had that feel to it, you know, but a little more epic. Yeah, with Sam Elliott. That was the vibes I got from.
And Sam Elliott's the man's man, right?
Yeah.
So how can you go wrong with Sam Elliott?
And it has him in two different eras of his life. So there's the young actor that plays him, you know, from The Hobbit, one of the Hobbit guys, you know, and then one of the dwarfs. Sorry. But yeah, man, I love Beowulf, bro. I love seeing just different interpretations of it. You know what I mean? It never gets old.
When I saw this image, I was over the moon. Yeah. I was like, okay, first of all, practical effects Grendel.
Yeah, and it just totally made me just think of Labyrinth, you know, and like, I think this is, I mean, not to to me, this is the coolest looking thing I've seen come out of that studio. And I know his father, God bless his soul, you know, he's no longer with us. But damn, this is the coolest thing I've seen come out of there, bro.
That made you think of Labyrinth? It made me think of the dog dragon from Never Ending Story.
It made me think of like in Labyrinth, you remember the little
dragon.
Remember the little like fox, you know, that's on the dog. He's like, you can't pass, you know. He's in the box with Colonel Stench. Made me think of him, and also there's a couple of other monsters like that at the end of the movie. The pink ones that rip their heads off, you know.
Oh my
god, the little dance and shit.
Yeah.
This and then the Beast of Gévaudan. They designed that one too. They had a big one. They didn't shoot much of it though in the Brotherhood of the Wolf. It was mostly CGI, but they did make a live one.
Right, but then I'm not using it.
Yeah, dude, that shit was metal as fuck too, bro. It had all that metal over its head, like
I know.
I know Metal Magazine. But anyways, this and that, I'm so hyped for this. And then Beowulf is Batista. I know he's not Scandinavian, but that's pretty badass either way.
Look, as long and Jason Momoa, right, is not Central European, but he looked like Conan.
He looked the part though. Like for me, I thought he was personally. I thought he
that's
was
all I care about is the look.
I thought he looked like Conan should look. You know, like that physically, everything. You know.
So Batista's playing in that movie.
He's playing Beowulf. Yeah.
He's playing Beowulf
before or after he lost all the fucking.
We don't know.
Before. It has to be before, dude.
It has to
shot
be
it. They shot it, right? They shot the movie already, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it has to. Dude, it's Beowulf. It has to be.
Yes. He has to be jacked.
But
he has to be jacked.
Maybe not. Maybe
because
there's
no way some skinny motherfucker is ripping his arm off.
Yeah, but maybe he wants to swing that sword real quick. But dude, he is thin. I mean, he looks thin. Because I have Beowulf and Grendel with Gerard Butler. I love that movie. I know it's like extremely low budget, but that's my favorite. That's my favorite one. Like it's really indie, but it's got Skarsgård's in it. He's the king. You know?
No, I really like that. I really like that freaking 3D animated one, even though it kind of left me with a weird feel.
I love that one too.
Like I'm not a big fan of the Uncanny Valley, but story-wise, it was pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I like just again different takes. The video game. I remember my little brother used to play the fuck out of that. They had it on where you would get into berserker mode and you just fuck people up. But I know
but here I
take the liberties, you know, with Beowulf, you know, just like
the other one I saw. I think it was Beowulf. Was it Christopher Lambert or something like that?
Yeah, that was another one.
Yes, a futuristic one. Yeah, it's okay. It's watchable.
It's kind of like that too, a little bit. Or was it Outlander's kind of like that with Caviezel?
Dude, Outlander, that was pretty fucking good.
I consider that a Beowulfian type thing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there was a while where there were a bunch of Beowulf movies.
Right? Beowulfian.
Yes. And I can't stand the Robert Zemeckis, the 3D animated one, because it's... Well, look, Neil Gaiman wrote the screenplay, right?
Oh, really?
Yes. And I think with Roger Avery. And here's the thing about... here's my problem with that movie. Beowulf kills monsters. He doesn't fuck them. Mm-hmm. He does not fuck Grendel's mother. Mm-hmm. He fucking kills her because she's a fucking hideous monster.
Okay, yeah, but the
dragon is not Beowulf's son.
Yeah, but if she looked like Angelina Jolie, you would fuck her.
Yes, I would. But
that's my point. So don't get pissed just because of it, because you'd fuck her if you look like that.
It has nothing to. Beowulf does not fuck the monsters. He's not a monster fucker. He's a monster slayer. God damn it.
He's a motherfucker.
No, he's a tough
the 3D
motherfucker.
Come on.
But I ain't gonna lie, dude. That for some reason it did sync up in my theater. A lot of people were complaining about the 3D, but it did sync up. And I do recommend the director's cut. I got it. It's fucking dope. For a CGI movie.
Now, the thing I loved about this, the moment I saw it, the reason why I was over the moon when I first saw it, first of all, practical effects for the win. Second,
this right here, just
the look in his eyes, the expression in his eyes, and even just the pose captures the John Gardner version of the character perfectly. He is someone who basically, you guys ever watch Thug Notes?
Nope.
No.
Thug Notes is the shit. Thug Notes is this guy who's like a thug, right? And a gangsta, and every video opens up. It's in a library, and he's like, "What's up, players?" And he'll break down a classic novel as a thug, as a G,
yeah,
right? And it's actually really good. I love that series. It's not just funny. It's actually like the way he breaks down the novels and discusses like the critical interpretation of them and everything and different opinions is spot on, right? And yeah, he basically says like at one point, so it's like, so Grendel, he ain't getting no play, so he just takes a big hit off that nihilistic blunt. And yeah, that's the character. Like, I mean, so this is practical effects that they're using and animatronics.
So from the novel, right? So you've read the novel. Is there a lot of action in that, or is it just him kind of? I mean, obviously there's a lot of action in Beowulf, but I mean,
there's not a lot of action.
It's very
internal. It's very internal. It's very much about what's going on inside his head.
That's
not to say that it's not going to
have action, right?
Oh yeah, exactly. Because and then also you're going to have some scenes. Like for instance, I'm really looking forward to the scene with the dragon, right?
Yeah,
because
I like seeing Beowulf fight Grendel. I don't know. Like, I know he chops his arm off and hangs it up, and
he doesn't chop his arm off. He doesn't chop his arm off. Because that's the thing. When Beowulf is like, he's like, "Don't worry, I'm gonna slay this monster for you, but also I'm not gonna use a sword or an axe." He's just like ready for him, like, "Come on, motherfucker!" Like Greco-Roman style. He just fucking wrestles him, and tears his arm off. And
I think in the Gerard Butler one, he chopped his arm off, and then the Robert Zemeckis one, I think they wrestled.
Stupid. Yeah.
He strips naked and wrestles him.
Yeah. That's what happened. Yeah, that's perfect, right? And it's spoiler alert. Yes, he dies at the end, right? He bleeds to death because his arm's just been ripped off, and he dies cursing the world. He's just like, oh. Like I could hear all your voices now. Poor Grendel's had an accident. So may you all.
The one,
go ahead.
I was gonna say the one with Gerard Butler. He definitely doesn't nail down the mom. She's a big fat sea hag. He fights her too, but it's not like epic or nothing, But Grendel, he gets an all the witch in there. And I don't know. It's funny. And Grendel looks like Sabretooth from X-Men, from the Bryan Singer movie. That's how his costume design, everything.
Tyler Mane.
He looks like Tyler Mane in the same exact costume almost, but really big and barbaric, and he looks pretty cool though. But I like this design too. So, and I like Crispin Glover's. I like to see I like to see the different designs.
One of the things I liked about it.
Yeah. Danny Cates or Donny Cates, he actually made Venom a symbiote Grendel in the Marvel lore, and so Null is like attached to Grendel, and Thor is like the biggest villain because it's a Scandinavian myth, so it kind of ties it all together. It's fucking crazy. Oh, and Noel is going to be in the new Venom movie, too, by the way. I think Norman Reedus is playing him. I'll talk about that shit.
Who is?
Saturday. Norman Reedus. New trailer dropped today.
Oh,
but it doesn't say that.
I did not see it. And, yes. Happy birthday, Kiss. What's up?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Yeah, I'll sing you happy birthday any old time. I like that they went practical. Dude, that's the fucking thing. It's like, and then one of the things that bummed me out about the Desolation of Smaug, right? The second Hobbit movie, was that it's like, okay, dragon's all right, but why is that dragon not as good as the dragon in Dragon Slayer, which was made in like 1981?
That one's still vile looking. It's still
the best dragon ever.
It is.
I don't know. I really like Dragonheart.
Oh God. I'm sorry. That CGI shit does.
I loved it as a kid.
That's early CGI too.
But going back and watching it, like for me, it's definitely Dragonheart. It's definitely a Dragon Slayer. That dragon is so vile looking, and it's so fucking evil in the face.
It's amazing.
The movie's kind of a slog fest, and it's got that little dude. Got that little dude from Ghostbusters too, like running around, annoying ass little fucker. But as far as my favorite though, like I don't know, I kind of like Smaug a lot too, though. He's pretty dope, dude. He's pretty dope.
Yeah, I mean,
Smaug is awesome.
He's so cool, dude. Did you guys see Dungeons and Dragons, the new one with Chris Pine?
Yep.
You see that fat dragon? That movie was solid, bro. That movie was dope. It was so good. It was.
Well, you know what I loved? You know what I liked about that movie is the fact that it's fun, but also one of the reasons it's fun is because it feels like you're watching like a game of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, like people are having fun and making these weird decisions, and they're kind of fucking joking all the time. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
it wasn't dark, but
I did not like Michelle Rodriguez in there, to be quite honest. But overall, the movie was enjoyable.
It was fun, but it's like I was thinking of Drizzt the whole time. Like for me, Drizzt is like I only read the first 2 graphic novels, and for me they're really immersive.
That's what the fans want to see.
And I'd really love to see Drizzt and like, dude, that world, and it wasn't fun.
Everybody would,
you know. And
everybody would, yeah. But guess what? Man. They're never going to give that to us. Yeah. And Dungeons and Dragons, the fucking wokies own that shit now. They've planted their fucking flag and said this shit belongs to us.
That's what it looked like, dude. Yeah. Yeah, Reign of Fire was a badass movie, though.
I like the fact that they put the cartoon characters in the fucking labyrinth.
Yeah, I mean,
at the end of the movie.
Well, when they're in the labyrinth, you see another crew,
Panthers?
and it's the cartoon characters.
Oh yeah. Like I know. Oh okay. The ones that were from the actual cartoon. That was before my time, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, they had like.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they did do that. Yeah, the Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, that was cool.
Now we are a comic book oriented and art oriented stream. So one of the things I always love to do whenever we're talking about a movie is go on the Googles and do a search for movie posters and for fan art. And I think it says something about this movie that I found like really an abundance for a movie that's this obscure. I think most hardcore horror fans are familiar with this movie, but I don't think the newer ones are.
There's a simple reason for it. When you think about it.
Yeah.
It was that girl's fucking launch movie. She played in a TV series before, but that's the big deal. Is that character? I forgot her name right now. Fuck.
Oh, it's
she plays Julie in the movie.
Melinda Clark.
Yeah, she's fucking awesome, and she played that role pretty fuck on point.
Sweet.
And then she has nice tits. And 2,
Spawn.
Yes.
And I was gonna say she's Priest in Spawn, but that's the thing. That's the movie that put her on the fucking map. People remember her because of that fucking movie. It's like, like a lot of people remember Julie Strain, not because of the movie she did before, because of Heavy Metal Fact 2, for some reason, right?
Right.
But then she was even before she did Fact 2, she was the B movie queen. Well, she was the other one.
Right. Yeah, she was making like Jim Wynorski movies and movies with Andy Sedaris. And if you haven't seen an Andy Sedaris movie before, think breastises and guns, and occasionally shit blowing up. And there's something about those movies that they're very crass. They have a real sense of personality to them. Like But Andy Sedaris' movies are movies where you can watch them and think like, I think I can kind of figure this guy's brain out. Basically, he's a 15-year-old boy.
The point that I was trying to make with this is that the movie overall is meh. When you think about it. No, hold on. Let me finish. Right. The movie overall is meh. What makes it? It's her. It's the character.
Well, they said metal.
The fact that how she is, the fact that she still the end, she still fights the zombieism because of the love of the guy, or the this or the that. The fact that she's still like the character made it. Like it's the fact that she became an original character that nobody had seen yet in a movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
she was in there that
long. If you move her from the movie is met. That's what I meant by the movie.
Oh, okay.
By itself.
Oh, yeah.
Met.
Oh, that thing was cool, and that was only on the screen for like what, a minute maybe. The fucking face rip from the shoulder.
Oh, that moment, dude! That moment.
That moment. I was like, that fucking gag, bro. That scene.
I remember thinking. I remember watching it on HBO late night TV, and when that happened, I went, "What?
Yeah.
Okay, like now you got my attention. Now I'm going to make some microwave popcorn, right? Like
I was
now
like,
I'm down for
write this movie because it had all the fucking, all the tanks. You know what I mean? Like from 2.
Yes.
That's what I like about Return. I mean, more than Night, because Return has the tanks and they got all the fucking different. They have all the different type of ghouls.
I want to address something in the chat because we don't find each other that much. But yeah, Ben, you're right. Rain of Fire was well done. I like Rain of Fire.
Rain of Fire is shit.
There's a lot of people that don't like that movie. I fucking love it, dude. I love the ending. Like
awesome.
When what's his name?
McConaughey goes out like a soldier.
Yeah, dude. When you
like
fucking
leave soldier.
Yeah. Insane.
Yes.
And James Hurley agrees with me. Michelle Rodriguez is a shit actress. She was awful in Blood Rain.
Yeah.
She's awful in almost everything. Like there's only one movie she was good at, and that's it. And the entire fucking thing she does is rip off that fucking what's her name in fucking Aliens?
Vasquez.
That's all she is. She's a wannabe Vasquez. Like she tries to fucking play that character every fucking time. And I'm sorry, Rodriguez. You cannot fucking pull it.
I totally agree.
The only moment I enjoyed Rodriguez was when she played in Machete.
Yeah, she was good in there.
I like that Kulo. Is what I'm saying.
She's good in those
acting ability, questionable. Kulo,
dude,
like a 10.
I'm sorry, dude, man. There's like 20 million fucking women that have a fucking nice Kulo. It doesn't make you a fucking hot fucking.
No, I agree.
I have a neighbor that probably has a better Kulo than fucking Rodriguez, motherfucker.
She was good though in there. I mean, for whatever.
Oh.
I would like to see something darker, but this character, man, like even the way it started up, I liked a lot because it just felt like a late 80s, early 90s movie. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it felt like something out of heavy metal magazine.
The way she dies, it's fucking shitty. That's like the shittiest fucking bike accident I've ever fucking seen. We hit the side and then she goes flying. I'm like, God, at least if you hit the fucking thing like head front, like hit it head front, like boom, like no, on the side, just a little bit on the side, and she goes flying and she got hit for a fucking face. Like,
she's grabbing his dick while he's on a while they're on a motorcycle. Understand this. Of course, this is in the Return of the Living Dead franchise, so you're expecting some humor.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
You're expecting some humor, but what you're not expecting is for shit to get real. Yeah. And this movie gets to a point where it's a proper fucking horror movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Just in terms of not just, its presentation and all the cool shit that you're seeing and getting, but also in terms of its themes, right? Because this is very similar in theme to Son of Dracula, which was a movie that we covered here, in the sense that this is a movie that is about a guy that's in love with a girl that's no good for him, right? It's not going to end well.
And ends up with a zombie everybody wants to fuck.
A woman will make you or break you.
Well, it's like what this movie was making me think of. It was making me think of like what it's like having a girlfriend, being in love with somebody who's destroying themselves. That's self-destructive, right? Which is hell, because you should get out of the relationship. But yes, I speak from experience. This movie resonated with me in that sense. You should get out of the relationship. You know that she's probably beyond saving, but you stay out of a sense of loyalty.
Well, it's very relatable. A lot of guys are like that in high school. They want to be with the girl and they want to play in the band. They want to get out of there and they fall in love with the chick, and it just seems very, very relatable, and he'll like do anything for her. Plus he's moving around like every minute with his dad. That's a badass.
It's a team up thing. I'm sorry, it's not just a guy thing. It's a girl thing too. They all think they change the fucking bad guy or the bad.
I know.
That's like, I'm sorry, a bad bitch is a bad bitch. Okay, I'm sorry, a bad guy is a bad guy. Now,
no, it's true. It's true.
Can you be a rebellious type of guy? That's a difference. But dude, if you're, come on.
Well, look. There's a difference between being rebellious and being self-destructive. Yeah. Right. Yep. Sometimes those things can coincide, right?
You can be rebellious and be good people, and that's what you're.
Yes. Yeah. Like the people that I found in the punk rock scene were like that, right? Where it's like there were people who were cynical, but they didn't want to be cynical. They didn't like being.
I've noticed about a lot of people that have a dark sense of humor. They're usually the most kind, generous people.
Yeah. Without a fucking doubt. And horror people too, man. That's my experience. Out of all the different fandoms that I've encountered, I'm talking about comic books, Star Trek, Doctor Who, you name it. Horror fans have always I'm just talking from personal experience, anecdotal shit, right? the nicest, sweetest fucking people. I think I told that story about the convention in Tarrytown and how the staff there were just glowing because they were just like, oh, we found out that there was going to be a horror convention here. We're like, oh shit, like what's that going to be like? What kind of weirdos are going to show up for this? And then suddenly people are showing up and they're all in leather and tattoos and piercings and and they're just like, oh crap, this is going to be a nightmare. And then housekeeping is just like, we're not even doing any work. Like we're changing we're like fixing the bed, but like these people are cleaning up after themselves like really, really well. They're like, oh, they were like you're the best like guests we've ever had.
let's just be honest. It's there's a lot of good people, cool people. Like horror fests are pretty fucking cool. Yeah. But there is a lot of fucking weirdos there too. Yeah, it's just.
Oh my god! Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the horror fan that enjoy the horror, like the cringy, the dark side, the funny part, or stuff like that. But then you have those fucking edgy motherfuckers that are like, like that girl in the fucking movie of Return of the Living Dead.
The Rob Zombie. Do you think Rob Zombie, Eli Roth?
Die? Do you ever fucking how it would be cool to fucking die? Like you're like,
goddamn, man. Yeah, it's. Let me put it this way: they're not like furries or bronies. I mean,
gories exist.
Oh Jesus, man! Yeah, look, you're always gonna find some people who are fucked up. That's for
one
sure.
Thing
I'm talking about per capita.
The one thing I do have to say is that usually the actors that play in horror movies are the coolest and chillest motherfuckers to meet.
Yes, they are.
To other actors.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
A lot of the actual fans of horror movies are pretty fucking cool too.
Chill as fuck, man.
Yeah.
And what's funny is when you meet like
I just like to be straight about something because not a.
Some metalheads are too.
Yeah.
One of the things that I always love to do at horror conventions. I've always loved to do at horror conventions is make sure you hang out at the bar because you don't know who might be coming in, right? And it's much cooler than meeting somebody at their table, right? Hanging out with them and drinking with them. That's the shit right there. And what's funny is there's certain people that go out of their way, you could tell, to be really big softies because they're used to playing these maniacal characters, right? Like David Hess, the guy from Last House on the Left, right? Who's always a fiend, right? He's just like no, really, I'm a nice guy. I'm not.
Most of them are
the character.
Yeah, right.
There's some people that make the fucking stupid assumption usually that because you're a good person or you're nice, you have no idea what evil is because you just don't have it. They're like, fuck you, dude. I can it's a choice to be a good person.
Yeah,
okay? It's something somebody told me. It's harder to be a good person than to be an asshole because an asshole is very fucking easy.
Yes.
It's resisting being an asshole and being a good person. And one of the things that I've noticed is like, it's like that fucking Joffrey in fucking Games of Thrones. That little motherfucker. Everybody wanted to kill that fucking son of a bitch.
Rightfully so.
But the kid's a fucking sweetheart.
Right. And it's
called
acting. You're pretending to be somebody that you're not. Hello.
Yeah.
Or you're pretending to be something that you're not, right?
But then you wanted to kill that little fucker.
Of course. And then, you've got somebody like Henry Fonda, who is always typecast as the hero. And Sergio Leone's like, I'm going to make you the villain.
Yeah, he was cool. He was cold, right?
Oh, dude, the best. And for my money, personally, greatest movie villain of all time.
He was cold. Just in that one scene. Remember we were talking about it when he comes in the back. I also thought it was.
He's demonic in that, man. I'm telling you, he's just like, his eyes are just fucking.
Yeah, this cold blue ice eyes, like Meg Foster. There was also a guy in here that showed up in one of the Vatos. He's like,
Vatos Locos from Central Casting.
Yeah, he plays the main sheriff in Rob Zombie's House of 1,000 Corpses, and he gets murdered in there, and it's William Forsythe's older brother. So his spirit's haunting him in Devil's Rejects, But it was funny seeing him in here because he gets his neck ripped out. He's like, "What's up? Hey, what's up, Vato?" His neck's still ripped out, and he's like, "I'm a zombie." You know,
he's one of the Vatos Locos from Central Casting. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's one of the.
Which one was it? Which one was it in Ghost Rider? Which one of the Funda was it?
It was what?
Which one of the Funda played the
Peter
devil?
Fonda?
Oh, Peter Fonda.
Yeah. There you go.
Yes. Who was really not a good actor for almost all of his career.
But that fucking role, he nailed it.
Right at the end of his career, he made this movie called Moonless Gold. It's amazing and he's brilliant. And I was like, holy shit, this guy learned how to act. And then, of course, he did Ghost Rider. I was like, it's
one of the best fucking devils I've seen on screen. Yes. Dude, I fucking love them.
Yes. He was not a good actor.
Like a lot of people bring in like, who's the best devil, right? To me, the best looking devil, devil would be like, and it's funny because somebody tried to call me out on it. I didn't reply to it, but the Darkness in fucking Legends. That's one of the best fucking looking devil ever.
Yeah, that's the best.
Like somebody's like, it's not that. Like somebody came and says like, he's not the devil, he's the darkness. I'm like, the devil is so many names. That's what I wanted to answer. But you know what? Anyway,
he's the fucking devil in that movie. Okay,
but devil wise, like Peter Fonda. To me, I think like he's the one best human looking devil that I've seen.
Oh,
like.
I'm
sorry. There's just something about like when he comes in with the cane and the way that he's so stoic and dark, like the face, the eyes that he has. Like, I like a lot of them. Like I like the one in fucking Constantine. Like that one was kind of cool. Man. He was cool. Like I like Devil's Advocate. Which one was it?
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino. Like
there's a lot of good ones though in the Prophecy, bro. In the Prophecy.
Peter Fonda, like it's just so to me when I saw him, I'm like, oh, dude, she's just so great, and look wise and character wise, like the Tim Curry was the shit. Like it's just two different type of devils. Let's just be frank here.
Of course, the guy in the red suit with the pitchfork, and then of course the modern version.
Yes,
of the medieval versus the modern interpretations of the devil. Oh, look at this! This is so gnarly. I just love this. Well, it's just like, so.
Like for me Romero zombies are fucking lazy a lot of the time. They're just boring at like this shit. You get a lot of cool stuff with Return. You know what I mean? I don't know if 2 is like that, but we'll see. This one and the first one definitely have some cool gags. You know?
Because the zombies in and the Return of the Living Dead are sentient. These are sentient zombies, right? Like at one point. The kid's dad, who's played by I think oh god, let me look his name up because I remember seeing him on TV when I was a little kid as Kent McCord. He was Adam 12. Like this really tacky cop show from like back in the
Did 60s. You guys see Beetlejuice?
I haven't seen it yet.
No, have you seen it?
Willem Dafoe in there. He's like this ex-B movie actor, like a cop. He's like, get me a coffee, and like he's always having people get him a coffee, and he just throws it on the floor. There's like a big stack of them. It's just
one of the things that got me excited is the fact that they stuck to the old movie jokes about the finger in the ring, and you see his ex-wife, and it's fucking Monica Bellucci, one of my favorite babes in movies ever. And dude, she's so fucking gorgeous. It's not even fucking funny.
I say it's almost just as good as the first one. So
like to me, she's like one of the most beautiful fucking actresses to ever fucking.
Yeah, you get her and Winona. They were both in Dracula, you know,
smoking hot.
But
Monica Bellucci, man.
Hard recommend, dude. Hard recommend.
Dude, did you see her as Cleopatra?
Oh, you liked it?
No. Oh yeah, I liked it. Yeah, I took the fam on Sunday.
Because that is news. That is news for sure, man.
We all liked it. You know, my whole family liked it, and they loved the cartoon and stuff. So
do yourself a favor, go on Google and do Monica Bellucci Cleopatra from Asterix and Obelix. Mission Cleopatra. Holy fucking god!
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I remember her from like being in 4th grade. I watched Dracula, so I was just like, oh, okay.
God.
And she's
still fuck this horror movie shit.
She still looks good in Beetlejuice, you know. And obviously, I don't want to spoil anything, but you get a Beetlejuice backstory, some lore in there, you know.
They don't
like 3 plots going on though in the movie. In the first one, there's like 1 plot. So
how would you rank it?
As like a scale of like 1 to 10, or compared to the first one, or how would you want me to rank it?
Well, Well, mainly
your enjoyment
in relation to the first one, and just your general enjoyment of the film.
Oh, okay. Well, for me, I just give it 2 horns the fuck up. You know what I mean? That's how it is. Compared to the first one, I mean, it's kind of hard to make something like that again.
But they respect. There's almost no CGI in there. Everything's in claymation again.
Everything's has puppets, claymation. There's one stop frame animation. I don't want to spoil why, because they had to do something with a certain actor because he, for whatever reason, he's a pedophile. So they killed his ass off. The dad, yeah. So they cooked that into the story. But I don't want to spoil it though. But yeah, Keaton is on top of his game. They need to make another one. The movie's the shit. I heard people complain about a lot of shit, like Lydia. Oh, she wouldn't be this way when she's fucking 50 years old. Like, dude, she's not gonna be a little fucking goth girl when she's 50 fucking years old. She's gonna change. You know what I mean? Like, come on. But people are stupid fucking complaints about the movie. No, the movie was dope.
Brian,
go watch it.
That got caught. It was part of that movie. Remember that I discussed this a long time ago. The movie, the internet movie thing that was there, and a whole bunch of people got found for pedophilia in there. He was part of it.
No.
Yeah, I guess he was filming some 14-year-old boy.
14-year-old boy.
Oh my god! Oh Jesus!
But yeah.
Probably with the senior guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
But yeah, he got his head bit off by a shark. But whatchamacallit in the movie, man, Beetlejuice is fucking awesome. And it's laugh out loud, fucking hilarious. And then Willem Dafoe, you know, my biggest thing about the movie is like a lot of the new characters they brought in, they could have had a little more screen time. And then but Beetlejuice, obviously, I want to see more of Beetlejuice. But Keaton, once that in his contract, I don't want to have a lot of Beetlejuice because I want people to want more of him. I don't want to overdo Beetlejuice. So it's the same thing with this one.
So this is like a franchise that he intends on milking.
Yeah, well, it's just he figures that like if he's on screen a lot, you know, that it kills the fucking movie. You know, what I mean? Right. To be like you want more of him, which I kind of
be special. In other words,
it's like the same fucking. It's the same thing as the first fucking movie. It's not there for like half the movie. No, he's
exactly.
not.
He's there at
well, it's like the monster, right? You don't want to see the monster through the entire movie because you know you want it. It's like the alien in Aliens. How much do you see of that fucking thing, right? Of course,
it should be
you're
like
talking
that.
about like a very verbose character, right? You're talking about like a real motor mouth.
He's the Mask, pretty much. You know, he's he's Ghostbusters' worst nightmare. But it's a hard recommend. Definitely just as arguably as good as the first one. It had some had you thinking like in there. It had 3 plots going at the same time though. The first one only had like the one, you know. But I would say that the first one was a little more grittier. You know, you could see like just a little bit more, but there was a lot of more practical effects. You know, he looked a little dirtier than that one.
One of the big critics in there says that the new characters could be removed and the movie would still be the same. That's one of the critics I read about. But I'm excited to see it. But somebody, KS mentions a movie I've never seen there with Peter Fonda. Dance of the Dwarves is a Peter Fonda movie. It's a guilty pleasure movie for me.
Yeah,
it doesn't ring a bell.
You kind of need his wife in there because she's trying. No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't agree with that. You kind of need all the characters in there.
Dance of the Dwarves. That sounds like a fucking Werner Herzog movie.
Yeah, right.
That's what that sounds like. But actually, I have not seen that. But let me hold on a sec here.
And by the way, I found out that we were supposed to have another piece of Batman and the Batgirl movie that got canceled, and people went to him going, "How do you feel about it?" I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
he's like, "I don't give a fuck. It was a paycheck. I don't give a fuck."
Yep.
Like, he doesn't give a fuck, dude. Like,
I know.
I love my.
But did you see the spin that right now they're trying to do?
It's
like
pretty
it's something I've been saying. He lost his shit. He was his ego got so fucking big. I'm like, dude, like the guy was like one of the biggest fucking actors back in the fucking days.
Let him. He's like 70. He's like almost 80. Fuck off,
dude.
Man.
He was one of the original fucking Gary Oldman type. Like that guy, like could go in and play a fucking character.
He's Michael. He's Johnny Depp and he's Gary Oldman before Johnny Depp and Gary Oldman. That's what he is.
Like, dude, like I love this.
Beetlejuice. He's like a modern fucking
was this. Like,
Beetlejuice and Hellboy. Like they don't come around that much. You don't get these iconoclast Art the Clown villain like horror characters that much. You know what I mean?
Mr. Mom was awesome. Like a whole bunch. Like, dude, the fucking the Dream Team was fucking great.
He wants to do another Multiplicity. I saw him, and dude's going hard. Dude, he's promoting the movie all over fucking TikTok and shit. You know, I respect the fuck out of that dude. I hope they do another one, but I don't think Burton doesn't want to do one like right away. He wants to wait a while. He's kind of burned out on it. So, but they're old, dude. They're like in their 70s. But Keaton, he's he's fucking. But I don't know if it was you that was telling me that he was a fucking cowboy for a few years or some shit. Was that you that was telling me that, Brian?
No, I don't think so.
So I guess he like when he kind of took a break from acting, he bought a ranch and was just working on the ranch all the time, and the weather just kind of fucked his face up. So he's got all these like wrinkles and shit, And then he came back to acting. He did that Birdman movie.
And now he changed his name. And now he's changing his name back to what it was. So
Douglas,
it's Michael Douglas Keaton. Yep.
Yeah. It's very another thing that's an indication that the guy's pretty based. These somebody.
Birdman was awesome. I love Birdman.
He don't give a fuck anymore. Like he don't care. Like I seen this like little promo thing where like Burton walks up on stage and then what's her name? Keaton comes up on stage and he puts his hand out for that little Jenna Ortega and she like puts her arms down. He's like, oh, okay, whatever, bitch. Like, getting all cocky and shit. Probably. I don't know, because maybe I don't know. He's getting cockier now or something, but I don't know.
I don't care.
I don't care either.
I think he's fucking insane. Like, dude, one of the fucking best scenes I saw was like I saw the video of like Schwarzenegger and fucking Danny DeVito talking shit about playing in a Batman movie and how they got fucking killed by Batman, right?
Oh yeah.
They're like, how did you go fucking get killed? Like, oh, he played with my biggest weakness. What? Eat? Goes, no, my love for my wife. Goes, oh, you're lucky. Because he threw me out of the fucking window. Where the fuck is he? Hey, he's there. He's looking at him. You motherfucker, you have the balls to be here. And he just looks at them with the, come at me, bro.
Yeah. Like those.
DeVito's in there. DeVito's in Beetlejuice too. So
yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, he's in there. And he throws down
He's
on the
legend, man.
He throws down on the penguin sound effects too. He's like totally just doing the little like Sim, you're gonna fucking love the movie. Brian, you're gonna eye it. I don't think Brian's gonna love it, but I think Sim will love it. But I could be wrong. It could be vice versa, or you both could hate it. But I really got a kick out of it. I was laughing. Like Beetlejuice, he would just say some funny shit, dude. And I was laughing.
I'll probably like it because Beetlejuice was my jam. I fucking
dude, it was my jam as a kid. And they got this like 7-minute like I don't want to spoil it.
Me when I first heard Michael Keaton was gonna be in Batman, I was like, oh, dude, he's gonna be fucking amazing as the Joker.
Really? Oh, because of
fucking amazing as the Joker.
Oh, the Joker? Yeah.
And then I find out he's gonna be Batman. I'm like, okay.
This is gonna suck.
Pierce Brosnan was playing
actor,
Batman.
but okay.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood was playing Batman.
He is to Batman what Christopher Reeve is to Superman.
Even
if I think that the Batfleck and fucking Cavill as Superman are the best that we had on screen.
Right.
Yeah.
I still think that Keaton is to fucking Batman what Christopher Reeve is to Superman.
Oh, I can't put them in the same league because I think that Reeve inhabited that character in a way that Keaton didn't. I think Keaton was very miscast, and I think that Reeve.
I don't think so. I think you fucking really nailed the fuck out of it.
I think Keaton did a great job, but for me, it's just.
I even like that joke that people used to. He was born with the eyebrows for that shit.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, but he just I still feel terribly miscast, and I felt like that whole movie was just such a missed opportunity. But
I don't know. I fucking love the fuck out of it.
No, I know it has its defenders, and I do not fucking understand it because it's one of those movies.
It's not defenders. It's lovers.
See, well, has it aged well? Maybe. And I watched about 15 minutes. I was like, nah, no, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. When it first came out, I was madder than a motherfucker.
I know it's the first movie I've seen in theater more than once.
For me, it's probably like I don't know, like for like just well-rounded Batman, it'd probably be Christian Bale in Batman Begins.
Oh, for sure. But
yeah, Affleck at the end of the day, like. I mean, he looks the part. He's like ripped out of the comic pages,
I love me some Batfleck. I love me some fucking Batfleck.
It depends on what day of the week it is. It's between Batfleck and Bale. Like it's a.
I was not crazy. I was not crazy about Bale.
Well, here's the problem with the Christian Bale version. It's not his fault. It is Christopher Nolan's fault, right? Because why do we love who's the definitive Batman, right? It's fucking what's his face from the animated series. Why am I blanking on his name?
It was him. It was him. Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conroy, right? And he said that the way that he played the character was that Bruce Wayne was the fake person, was the disguise, and that Batman was the real guy, right? Yeah. The way that Nolan played him, you had three Bruce Waynes. You had the public Bruce Wayne, who's just a buffoon, right? A rich kid jerk off, right? Which was perfect. And then you had the real Bruce Wayne, right? And that's the guy that wants to avenge his parents symbolically, and also, you know, prevent other people from having to go feel the pain that he's felt. And the Batman character is a character, right? It's a performance. It's theatrical, right? And then, of course, that Bat voice, terrible. I think people could suspend their disbelief enough. He didn't have to completely distort his voice from talking like
for me, it was in the two movies. So the first movie, his voice is the shit. It's fucking dope. Go back and watch Begins. Okay. And the second movie, even his wife told him, hey, you fucked up on The Dark Knight. And in The Dark Knight Rises, that first movie, though, he had it down. But what I did like about that is even Katie Holmes said, or whatever the fuck her name, she's like, this isn't your mask. This is a mask. The Bruce Wayne was a mask you're wearing. You're really Batman underneath, you know? So I kind of disagree with you, Brian, on that. Right. But I see where you're going. But I do like that, even if that was Nolan's concept of the character. I feel the same way about
it's valid
Superman. You know, you got the Space Kal-El, you got the Clark, you know, and then you have Superman. He has three personalities to me.
Yes.
Anyways, that's it. Even Kevin Conroy said that the best Batman that we ever fucking had was fucking Batfleck.
Oh, for sure.
The best balance between Bruce Wayne and Batman, dude.
I feel terrible. I mean, like, it sucks to me royally as a fan. It sucks ass that we didn't get the solo Batfleck movie.
I'm still pissed. It's one of the reasons why I don't want to watch any fucking DC movie.
Oh my god, that would have been so good, dude. He would have killed Deathstroke's kid. That was
god.
He murders his kid. Okay, that's the story, and Deathstroke comes after him, and it's put in the Arkham Asylum. Like, there's all kinds of shit. I read an interview with Joe Manganiello about it, and he was going to do a Deathstroke movie. He fucking trained for both movies, and then he got fucked up by both for both movies. Fucking sad. Oh, you should see the concept art from in the day of him as Superman. Oh my god, that fool would have been a badass Superman. Like who? Joe Manganiello. Like, really? Oh my god. Dude, check out the concept art online before
I'm familiar with the actor and I like him.
The big blue eyes and the slick back hair. He's fucking all big. He looked like kind of reminded me of what's that guy that passed away? The artist, I forgot his name. He drew Supergirl really good and Batman really, like, all of them.
Neil Adams?
No, the younger guy was with Top Cow. Forgot his name, dude. Forgot his name. But anyway, it kind of reminded me of that.
Michael Turner.
Michael Turner. Yep. It looked like Michael Turner's Superman. And I was like, Joe Manganiello, like, oh shit, it kind of looks like like, damn, he's big, dude. He's fucking huge, you know?
Did you see the Cillian Murphy audition tape for Batman Begins?
Yeah, I
That's
did.
Interesting.
I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, no, he was not the right.
As Thor, you know, and he threw out. Did you see the one where he tried out for Thor?
Tom
Hiddleston tried out for Thor, the audition tape.
Did he really? No shit.
Yeah, dude, he goes harder than Michael Keaton. Like, I could play Batman. He's like, I could play Thor. But he probably could have played Thor because the dude, he probably would have got swole. But he's just so perfect as the Joker or Loki. You know what I mean? He was a great Joker. He's my top pick. He's my top pick for Butch Cleaver also.
I do have to admit that the Batman Begin one I thought was promising, but the rest, I did not like Batman in any other fucking movie that they did at all.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling it. I still think
the only good thing about the fucking second movie was the Joker. Even though I don't think he was the Joker, he was another type of Joker, which the delivery was awesome.
Well, because
I'll be frank with this. Like, even though I don't think he was the Joker,
yeah,
the delivery and the way that he fucking like
cool character, right?
It was another type of fucking Joker.
Brilliant.
It was fucking cool brilliant.
For me, it was Black Hawk.
But the Batman became a fucking idiot, fucking brute.
He changed. He's a different character, you know.
Like in the first one, you see the possibility of him getting smart, but you see him training, learning, and shit like that.
Good.
And I'm like,
we're probably over and over.
We're definitely getting. We're definitely gonna.
Like that.
That's my favorite.
We're finally gonna get the Batman that we're supposed to get. The fucking detective, the this, the that. And then you hit the second movie, and fuck this shit. It's old Julius doing the smart thing. And he's just a fucking dumb, fucking spoiled brat motherfucker going around going, I have daddy issues. Fuck you. Boom, boom, boom. That's what you get in movie 2 and 3.
Like that's kind of what killed it for a lot of people.
And
like
I'm
in the
sorry.
first movie, his
Everybody's
voice
like,
right back. I just got a good refill.
Oh, Batfleck killed people. Oh yeah, Michael Keaton killed people, and
Yeah, I
so
don't
did
care.
the fucking Nolan fucking Batman. Fuck you.
Yeah, I don't care.
Nobody
about that.
survives a fucking
Batman
5th floor drop
Batman
of a
does
fucking
not
garage.
kill.
Batman could kill
Suck my
everybody.
dick, Brian.
But like, just little subtleties he did with his voice, like in Begins, you know.
You know, I'll do it. I'll do better. Suck my bat.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like that never really bothered me, to be honest. It doesn't really bother me. I don't know.
What? That he
But
kills
like,
people?
you know, we're just like, oh, where's the trigger? You know, the voice. Where's the trigger?
Dude,
You know?
I don't give a. I don't give a fuck. I just didn't. I just think that in the second and third one, he was not Batman at all. That's it. I don't care about. In the first one, I thought he was okay. I thought it was promising, but no, it didn't. And I love Christian Bale. Like I think he's a great fucking actor. The only thing is
went overboard because of Ledger, because he even said that when that fool came up on set, he felt like he had to. I think he was just trying too hard, you know.
Dude, I don't think it's his fucking problem. I think it's the fucking writing.
And it's Christopher Nolan too.
It's Nolan. It's the writing. Yeah. It's not fucking Christopher Bale. Bale's a fucking great actor.
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
I don't have a problem with him being Batman. I have a problem with the movie.
What about the Batman? What do you guys think of Pattinson so far?
I haven't seen it. I don't. I still have a problem wanting to see it.
It's fine.
It's good, dude.
He's fine. It's just what's disappointing for me
on screen more than anybody, more than any actor. He's in the fucking movie the whole time, and he's a detective. A lot of people are like, "Oh, he's a fucking idiot." But he's not that stupid. But he's not the world's greatest, and
he's the world's greatest detective. Right? When I was growing up, that was like one of the things he was known as. In fact, he was more off. He was referred to as the Dark Knight far less than he was the world's greatest detective. The whole concept is that basically it's Sherlock Holmes meets Zorro.
Yeah, and he's not there yet. He's not the world's greatest. He is a detective in here. And
world's finest.
Gordon might be a little better because he's been detecting for a few years, you know? So he's helping him out a little bit. So that didn't bother me too much. But the movie could have lasted an hour, and the fight scenes are second under, I would say it would go Batman versus Superman, and then it would go the Batman, and then the Flash. That's the order of the best on-screen Batman fight scenes of all time. Michael Keaton, I don't know if you guys seen the Flash, but he fucks some fools up in Russia. Like, damn, what the fuck?
Oh, the fight scenes in the 1980 Batman are so bad.
They're bad. No, all of his fight scenes are trash. They're all trash. That's why I just said. The best fight scenes are it goes Batman versus Superman, the Batman, the Flash, and then it would go Dark Knight Rises would be fourth. The fight scene with Bane, and then the little fight he had in front of Joseph Gordon-Levitt takes out like 8 guys. And no one finally shot it right, you know? But it doesn't fucking matter because it's, you know, at that point he already did his damage. But the fight scene with Bane was aight.
Yeah, and you know, Batman versus Superman is an abortion, but that fucking scene where he rescues Steve,
but you gotta sit through all that. You have to sit through that shit. Like for me, like it's fucking like reading Dracula, dude. I'm just like, fuck, this movie's so boring. But Batman Begins, I could watch that whole thing. Man of Steel
scene in a movie ever.
I could watch Man of Steel. I could watch Batman Begins all the way through. I fucking love those movies.
Those are great. Those are great. Those are awesome. Let me run the trailer for Return of the Living Dead Part 3 real quick. And actually, let me maybe get another ice cube. And Sim, in case you didn't hear me when I was in the other room, I said, gargle my balls!
Together.
It's okay.
Forever.
You can lick my back.
Would never die.
Oh, man.
But their plans remain untested.
No problem. I'm the boss's son, remember?
Until they went looking for a thrill.
Right, so she's clearly a thrill seeker, right? Which is okay to a degree. You know, it's not like, you know, she's like a junkie or anything like that. You know, I mean, and also they're kids, so you know, shit. It's your job to be fucking stupid when you're
she's an emo babe that we all know. She's grunge. Yeah, grunge. I think it's you pronounce it grunge. She's not gothic, but she's definitely a grunge. Right.
And stumbled on.
Well, remember the goth hadn't taken off, hadn't broken into the mainstream at this time, but grunge had.
The chilling fact. Let's proceed. That even the dead.
KSS, what about The Matrix?
We gotta get out of here.
And tonight, fate.
The Matrix? What about The Matrix?
He said Dreamscape is a better movie than Inception. I said, what about The Matrix? Your first one.
Oh, it's so good. Classic. Like, I mean, like, The first Matrix is based. It's one of those rare movies like Star Wars. Like when Star Wars came out, everybody loved it. Yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
It's fucking good. It's like Beetlejuice.
To the test.
Crowd pleaser.
Yeah, when she hits that tree, it's just like
it's
she was flying off the bike and thud.
They couldn't fuck her up too much because she had to go, like, still be kind of.
That's the accident I keep saying. Like, it's one of the weakest fucking accidents to have somebody flying like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, at least if they they hit it like head front.
He's frightened to live.
Yeah, they did James Early 2 and 3.
But bringing her back.
She dies and is barely fucking hurt.
Sorry, I'm not keeping up with the chat, but yeah, Matrix 2 and 3 are fucking dog shit.
Well, I enjoyed the second one, but I
enjoyed the second one a little, but.
Well, I like all three. It's just the first one is so fucking good. It's just like it's just so good.
Yeah, no, the original.
I like the twins in the second one.
Dude, the fight scene at the end with fucking Smith. That's like the first superhero fight that's proper. There's nothing could stand a candle of that until that movie. Until Man of Steel.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Amazing.
Man of Steel fucking put that one out.
Destroyed Matrix 3, but that fight scene at the end with Smith. Fuck, dude, that shit was dope.
Awesome. Dude, that fight scene in Man of Steel. Fuck.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yep, it's still up there, man. Never dies.
I've never seen a superpower fight that's badass on fucking movie screen.
Yeah. I think that movie's crazy. I just like all that shit just kept coming and coming and coming at the end of the Man of Steel.
And one of the things I still love to this day is like at first I was like, what the fuck? But that scene still this day like hits me the same fucking way when he's forced to kill fucking Zod.
Yeah.
And that fucking scream he does at the end. I'm like, dude, desperation. Dude.
Yeah. And that's when you know that everything's going to be okay because it's just like Superman can't kill somebody. If he kills somebody, that's crossing a fucking line that he's not supposed to cross, that he can't cross. But he's put in a position where basically it's suicide by Superman. That's what Zod is.
So you see him do the three things that leads him to become the Superman. One, right? He lives in hiding, so he has to do some shady fucking things and hide and do things. Right. Then you're seeing him losing his fucking shit because they dare touch his fucking mom.
That Smallville fight. That Smallville fight is fucking fire.
When he fucking punching his fucking head in the fucking glass, like don't touch my
Go back
mom.
and watch this on slow motion, bro.
And that's where you get the collateral damage. And he looks around and he's like, oh fuck.
That movie, dude, just go watch the fights in slow mo.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. That's the thing is I love about that movie is that he does things, and as he goes, you see him going, this cannot happen again. Like when he steals the clothes.
Yeah. He's got Robin Hood's.
When he fucking loses shit with his mom. And then when he kills Zod, dude, that fucking despair, dude, that fucking yell that he does.
Yeah. And that's when you know everything's going to be all right because you're just like, he had the right reaction to that.
We got Vinny out in the chat. We got J $sign in the chat. What's up, fellas?
What up, Vinny?
He has to. Like that's the thing. Like Tim Olsen says, right? He doesn't want to, but he has to. Yeah, because he. And I love that scene because it's like you have
or those people are gonna die.
Zod says it. He goes, "I'm never gonna fucking stop."
Yeah, he's my favorite.
Either you kill me or I kill you. That's the only way this is gonna end.
Him and Vincent D'Onofrio from the Daredevil TV show.
Oh my god,
they fucking destroy. Like they're my favorite. Like in the as far as comic book movies, they're my favorite villains so far. Like. I haven't really seen anything,
Well, what I love about Michael Shea as his performance as Zod is that it's a little humorous in the sense that he's chewing up the scenery in that fucking.
Oh yeah.
So it's hammy, but it's not hammy to the point of being campy. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he still retains like a emotional core to the.
Where did you train? On a farm?
Yeah, dude, it's fucking insane.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Like, another thing that I want to bring up is I hate the guy they picked to play Flash. Okay, I'll say this right up the fucking back. Worst fucking thing, and everything you've seen about the character.
Should have got like Brian Goselsworthy or something
in the fucking movie, like the Whedon version. Anything you've seen, he's fucking. But dude, the fucking Snyder cut, that fucking final scene that was cut.
Yeah.
Like when he's running, dude. and he's running like back time, like the way that everything breaks, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, how the fuck do you remove this shit?
I know. It's
that was brutal right there, bro. The bite.
Yeah, man.
She was chomping. Damn, dude, that fool's chin.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is when Julie emerges, right?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, she became that kind of like superhero, like a horror hero character when she comes out, and that's what makes it so fucking different. And if she wasn't there, and it would be played like badly, the entire movie would be meh. But dude, she comes out, so that's why people remember her that bad, because she was one of the first fucking like, she's like Jason Voorhees, becoming a fucking iconic creature.
More like. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying, but actually, I especially noticed this. No, Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, no, you nailed it with that one.
The way that she twitches in this scene when she's like
she comes out
twitching,
like on Basalt.
That's Elsa Lanchester. She's absolutely channeling Elsa Lanchester's Bride of Frankenstein in this scene.
But that's the point, is that it's the character that made it this. Yeah, that's why people remember her as that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, but it's not like the rest of the movie is like a chore to get through get to the scene. It's still just an awesome low budget horror movie.
Oh yeah, and I think the ending was a bit weird. But I get it. I get the ending.
Well, it has two climaxes.
All the homies up, you know, the one big homie from fucking House Thousand Corpses. He's like, "Hey, vato!" Like he's the only one still talking, like in fucking street slang, and the other ones are like,
"Nah, you told him my top. I will fuck you."
And his neck's all fucking ripped out, and his head's all floating around, you know. But what I like about it is like you get proto Resident Evil, right? So you get all like there's all these creatures coming out. They're fucking hooking the hydraulics up into the Riverman. Like they call me the Riverman, you know.
Oh, Riverman's the best character in this movie.
He's got so much like
Riverman's the shit.
Yeah,
Riverman's the shit. He is the best character in the movie, and he is also the best actor in this movie. He absolutely fucking slays it.
Which one?
Yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah, I'd say he's probably the best actor in here.
Who?
Yeah. The guy who plays Riverman. Let me look his name up. He is. Yeah, it's Mike.
Yeah, Riverman, the black guy that helps him at the end, and then he's the mech zombie.
Dude, that shit was dope. I was like, where are we going with this? You know,
that's the thing. That's my point. I was trying to say before.
It's like heavy metal, dude.
They lay out a whole bunch of fucking badass things for it to just end quickly. Like I think that movie would have done well with an extra maybe like 15, 30 minutes at the end just to.
Well, it kind of has two climaxes. Like when I was I saw this, I thought this scene was the climax. I thought that this was the end of the movie. And what I love about this scene is that it goes back to, and I remember this really struck me the first time I saw it, was you still get that classic image. There's something about it that's incredibly powerful that's back from the original Night of the Living Dead, and that is that image of this boarded up window or door and these hands coming through. Right? There's something that's just so iconic about that image. Certainly just in terms of like the George Romero movies.
And talking about those movies, I rewatched the second one too, just for the hell of it yesterday. Because I rewatched all three of them. And I remember not really enjoying it the first time.
Oh, this part's brutal. Dude, when she rips into her thigh or into her calf.
Yes. And I enjoyed it more the yesterday when I watched it.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, it's kind of fucking weird, but I had never noticed that they actually make a fucking reference to the fact that I feel like I've done this before, like in another life or something. It's weird. It's like we've been through this shit. Yeah, I know. Like.
Yeah.
As you're thinking, they're going through the same thing again as in the first movie.
That was a good
whip-ass gore effects, whip-ass animatronics. The animatronics.
I like the story in here, man.
Oh,
I like how
the
keeps
story's
moving.
great too.
It's a road movie. You know what I mean? Even though they're in the city, it's a road movie because they just keep going and they don't stop. You know?
Yep.
They stop at Riverman's like little hut inside the sewer or whatever in the riverbed.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's a road movie. You know?
What?
Oh yeah, and in a lot of respects.
What do you mean by road movie?
I mean,
a road movie in the sense that you've got these characters that are on the run or they're headed someplace. Nomadic. Which is because it's interesting because I didn't think of it, but you're right. It's structured like a road movie. The same way that there are certain movies that are structured like Westerns, right?
It's almost like a
or
video game, too.
structured like Greek tragedy or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Paulus Art?
For sure.
Hell.
What up, Paulus? What's up? What's going on?
Check out Gallowalker's Hurley. That's a badass horror western with Wesley Snipes. Pretty fucking crazy.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Hard recommend. It's B-movie as fuck, but it's dope.
And the design here, right? A lot of people have pointed out, it's very Clive Barker, it's very Hellraiser, it's very Cenobite.
Yeah,
but it's still awesome. It's not. I don't feel like this because some people will be like, "Oh, this is like a ripoff of Hellraiser." I'm like, no, not really. It's taking some of that imagery, but it's also taking it to a really extreme place, right?
Sorry.
It's like a street movie, though. It's weird because it's street, but then there's also like, what the fuck? How's he breaking into this shit? You know, like that. For me, that's kind of like the little what the fuck.
Oh yeah.
When he throws her on his back, you know what I mean? When he's riding her back when she's all dead, like she's all like leaned over.
Oh yeah, well that's supposed to be funny.
Yeah,
that's meant to be funny, right? Because you have to remember that this is like a comedy horror franchise. But what's great is that this movie goes further into the horror than even the first movie did.
But that's the problem that I had with it a little bit. That they strayed away from the original by the comedy aspect. But it's only in this moment.
Like for me too, it's.
There's some other moments I think that are pretty extreme.
I feel like there's like a lot of obviously this movie has romance in it, and the other one doesn't. I feel like the horror tone in this is different than the other movie. You know, like for the other movie, it's a little scarier. You know, and then really cerebral in the fact that brains. I just want brains. That lady that's laying on the table. You know.
The thing that they all want to eat brains and shit.
Yeah, and like just let me in. I just want your brain. You know, and
the fact that the zombies actually talk.
To me, it was scary, dude. Like it was a lot more scary. This one is more like a tragedy. You know what I mean?
Yes. Totally, absolutely. Like I said,
this jump scare. You know,
this is kind of like I still feel like the movie that this reminds me most of is Son of Dracula, and that's a movie that's all about being in love with the wrong woman. Being in love with somebody, with a woman that that's fucked up, that is headed to a bad place, death really, and you want to help them, you want to stay, but some people are just determined to destroy themselves. What's tragic about her is the remorse that she feels.
Yeah, she keeps snapping out of it, and she's fighting it. You know what I mean?
She's constantly fighting it.
Yep.
She's at no point a bad person.
She's a zombie type. She's like Toxic Avenger. She's like a good fucking zombie that's fighting it back, like
right.
Or remember Z Nation?
Yeah,
the series.
Yes.
Nah, I've never seen that.
But
the idea of the guy that's technically a zombie, but he's not. He stays himself and can control them.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like the thing that they had over there, that they succeeded into making a zombie an actual character.
Right. Now you look at this entrance here.
Like in Day of the Dead, where you actually give a fuck about that fucking I forgot his name. Bob. Yeah.
They were actually planning on giving him his own spin-off movie. I think I told Matt about this. I know a guy who's a screenwriter who worked for Romero for Tales of the Dark Side, right? And they came to him and were like, do you think that there could be a Bub spin-off movie? And he was like, sure. Thinking like, well, probably not, but it's a job. I'll give it a shot. And they ended up not making it, but he said he wrote a treatment that was about 50 pages, right? Shit. And I was like, oh man, I killed to fucking read that, right? Because I love shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Because when you're reading like the original Oliver Stone draft of Conan the Barbarian, as you're reading them, you're imagining these movies being made in another alternate reality, right? Where that movie didn't get made, this one got made. And so he was just he was just like, yeah, well, I'm just gonna leave this here. Right, and fucking slipped it to me on the down low, and I read it, and yeah, it was actually pretty enjoyable. Would it have made a good movie? I don't know. There's a bunch of bikers in it, though. I do remember that. But yeah, watch her entrance here.
Entrance is everything, you know.
It's very iconic, right? It's trying to be iconic, and it's doing it. And the hissing. So, like a Cenobite, she's mutilated her body in such a way that she's in constant pain. Because
the pain removes the hunger.
Right. It's the only thing that allows her to
forget the hunger.
To stay human, basically. But then even that stops working at a certain.
Yeah, but the way they say it is technically it stops the pain of the hunger.
Right.
Because for them being hungry and being dead, it's painful as hell. Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely, kids. Yeah. No, I mean, there's no way you can watch the scenes in this, especially early on when she's like. I was thinking the exact same thing, and you are meant to think that. That's what I'm saying is all that shit in this movie is very intentional. That's why I say this is a proper fucking horror movie. It has that depth to it. Now look at the intricacy of this design too. Oh man.
Well, the box. I always saw the box at Blockbuster for this movie. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get around to that, but I don't know. You know what I mean?
Well, that's how I fucking rented it because I went like, what the fuck is this?
This one in that Bram Stoker one with the worm. You know what is it? The worm one with the snake.
Lair of the White Worm.
Lair of the White Worm. That one was this movie, and that one was in two movies I always wanted to watch, but I never did.
Well, what happened last week was at the end of last week's stream, I was like throwing around names for movies, and Preston had seen this, and we were both like, oh well, homeboy Matt's got to see this, right? Yeah. And we were like, yeah, we both agreed, like, yeah, no, he needs to see this for sure.
Yeah, this movie was fucking dope.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, this is.
Oh, it's way fucking better than the second one. No comparison. The second one it's more of a try to do an homage to the first one, but fell at it. Like they did not understand the humor of the
really
first
bad.
movie.
I gotta watch it.
Bad. It's
really bad. Like I'm saying, if you go in with no expectation, it can be an enjoyable watch. But keep in mind, it's like watching a kid version of a sequel of a movie that's like fucking.
It's
awesome.
gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard because
because it's about
movie, so.
It's centered around kids. I'm not fucking kidding.
So you want to join the party?
The only good moments in that movie are the zombie jokes, or some effects. Like there's a zombie that gets cut in half. That's pretty well done.
It's really bad. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen it.
Give it a watch if you've never seen it. It's worth watching, even though you got.
Dude, Brian, I watched Street Fighter or the Street Fighter.
What did you think about Sonny Chiba?
Well, I'm ready to watch part 2. They didn't have any of the. They didn't have the X-ray, pops. I was looking for that. But
here's the thing. Here's the thing about the Street Fighter trilogy. Here's the thing about the Street Fighter trilogy. Preston and I are doing a comic book based on those movies because they are in the public domain, right? Mm-hmm. And because we're thinking first of all, that it would make a dope comic, that we're going to have a fucking blast making this thing. That's number one. Number two, that it will expose us to a new audience and a new fan base, right? People who actually do buy comics or would buy a comic of this, right? But the fact that it's public domain means that there's a billion different shitty copies out there. That's why, like with Preston, I was like, do you want me to just send you the fucking Blu-rays? Do you want me to just order them for you and send them to your house instead of my house? Be careful with the versions that you watch, because like I said, there's a bunch of shitty ones out there. Make sure you get the dope shit. Make sure that you get the What's great about the Blu-rays is they have both the Japanese version and the American version.
Yeah, there's 2 versions of the first movie on Tubi, and then they also have The Revenge, I guess, is part 2. I don't know.
Street Fighter's Last Revenge.
And another thing I want to tell you, if you're gonna watch the second movie, Matt, make sure you grab the theatrical music version.
Yes.
Because when it came out to VHS, there was a right problem, and they put very shitty music, and there's cuts in it. So get the theatrical version or the Blu-ray, whatever it's called. It has everything in it with the right music, and there's no scenes that are cut.
Right.
Doesn't make the movie super better, but it's way more enjoyable with the proper rock music.
I think we're talking about different movies, Sim. I think you're talking about the Street Fighter video game movie.
I was talking again.
Oh, about the Sonny Chiba? Okay.
No, because before I was talking about Return of the Living Dead 2.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Then you guys changed subject, and I just want to go back. If he's gonna go watch it to make sure, because the VHS version sucks ass. Like there's nothing enjoyable really from it because they really fucking cut the music shit and they cut some scenes. Oh, so you definitely want to watch the theatrical version because that scene with the zombie that gets cut in half is pretty fucking dope.
James Hurley wants to know what's the best Christopher Lambert movie of all time. Is it even a fucking contest? Is it even a fucking
Highlander?
Fucking Highlander.
Fucking Highlander, dude. It's Mortal Kombat. I'm Raiden. He's got his fucking fucked up voice.
No, he did a lot of fucking movies, but that's his best one.
Yes.
Yeah,
Greystoke I found really disappointing. I think it opens. I think Greystoke opens awesome, and then once he gets to England, it goes in the wrong direction. It's like they want that. That's a movie that can't decide what movie it wants to be, right? Because originally, Greystoke was going to be like Tarzan: The True Story, right? And something that was more reality based, and then you get to when they finally make the movie, and then it's The Legend of Tarzan, right? Lord of the Apes.
James,
so this could be more like the books, which are high fantasy pulp fucking heaven, right? The some of the Tarzan novels are fucking dope. They're so fucking good. He's like the ultimate superhero in so many respects. He could swim like a fish. He could swing through the trees like a monkey. He punches like a fucking gorilla, right? What's not to love about Tarzan? And it couldn't decide if it was an adventure movie or a drama, and it should have been a adventure movie.
His second best movie, I agree with fucking James there. It's Resurrection. And the third one would be the Fortress.
Oh, Fortress, yeah. Fortress would be number 2 for me by Stuart Gordon.
Yeah, but you didn't see Resurrection. Watch Resurrection.
No, that's true. Okay,
check it out. Felipe. Hail the time scales.
Felipe, what up the time
that looked like it hurt.
Yeah, it did. And like I said, that actor gives the best performance in this, like by far.
And this guy's a badass in House of 1,000 Corpses. One of the best in that movie. Sid Haig fucked him up. Captain Falling.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
And then I
thought she was so cool. She was so cool when she shows up in fucking in Spawn as Priest. That people liked her so much that she actually became a character in the fucking comic because she was not. She was just made for the movie.
Yeah.
Priest was just made for the movie. For her to be in it, technically, and dude, people liked it so fucking much that she became an actual character in the comics. And fun fact, there's a cut scene from the movie that was cut, where you see her wake up. She was not supposed to die. She comes back from the dead. But they cut it
so they could put her in the sequel that never happens.
You look like my kind of.
Jade's like, I'm only here for her booze. Oh, dude, she has great tits.
Oh yeah, no, she has a she's a very good looking young lady in this.
They're not the biggest, but they are some of the nicest.
Yes. Well, that's the thing. Boobs don't have to be big.
Nope.
I like it all. D cup, little B sting, A cups, everything in between, man. It's all good. It's all about what's right for the woman's figure. Oh! Santos came to a bad end. Yeah, and what's great is when he reanimates and his head's moving, he's walking around with his fucking spinal column sticking out, with his head just hovering on the end of it, going, Odele carnal.
Oh, and
Yeah, sexy time gone wrong.
What have you done?
And it's just a wild design, which you can tell that they put a lot of thought into. It's incredibly intricate. It's actually more intricate than any of the Cenobite designs. In one hand, she has a knife, right blade that's coming out of her palm that she uses for stabbing, and then she has a rock that's dangling from a tether from her hand that she can use either as a bludgeon or as a flail.
I just want to interest you a little bit more because I did a research about it because I wanted to make sure, right?
Yeah.
Resurrection with Christopher Lambert.
Yeah.
It has fucking David Cronenberg in it.
No shit.
He has a cameo as a priest. Yeah.
He's in a bunch of movies.
Was he in
almost
this movie?
always in small parts.
I thought that was him in this movie in the beginning where he had like that S&M shit when they're experimenting on that guy. You know the zombie in the beginning?
Yeah.
Is that Cronenberg right there? It looked like Cronenberg.
Usually if the movies the movies that he appears in are movies that are shot in Canada or movies that are Canadian produced.
Yeah, he's Canadian.
Because he's Canadian and he never moved to Hollywood. He never
Nope.
He made movies for Hollywood. He never moved to Hollywood. He never left Toronto.
Canada would.
Yeah, and so he's a big, avid supporter of Canadian cinema and the arts and everything. Because, and this is the thing, when people talk about, should there be public funding of the arts? I'm like, fuck yes. Because if it wasn't for public funding of the arts, we would not have David Cronenberg. Because all of his early movies never would have been made if it hadn't been from Canadian tax money that came from the National Lottery. That's how they do it in England, too. In other words, they believe like, hey, by giving money to the arts like this, that's first of all going to improve the economy because it's going to mean jobs, right? And it's going to mean hopefully a growth of a industry. But here, of course, we don't believe in shit like that. Yeah, we gotta start bite his lip off here. It's pretty awesome. Shank, shank, shank. Right, so there you see her fighting system. It's shank with the knife in the palm, and then fucking beat their fucking brains out.
Where you're going? Every day is Halloween.
Oh!
Ow! Owie!
Gnarly.
Gnarls Barkles.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, and then the way she just lays into this chick's leg.
Yeah, dude, that was pretty tough right here. That's pretty tough. Oh man.
Yeah, another great image. And that's one of the things about Yuzna as a director. It's like his other movies, they lacked this cinematic nature, right? Mm. Like there are moments in this where he knows where it's almost a freeze frame. Right. Where he hovers on these images. And he generally doesn't do that in his other movies.
You got to do that, man.
I agree.
It's a movie. Got to play to that,
Yes. Yeah,
gotta let the thing breathe.
Yes.
Gotta let it breathe in a certain spot, just like a comic,
Yes, absolutely. If you're just completely relentless, I don't know. I mean, then again, there are some things like the Godzilla versus Kong, for instance, where it's like you don't want to slow down, or Maniac Cop 2. Right?
Yeah,
there are certain films where it's just like, just keep it moving. Yeah. Usually if you have a really wacky premise that just doesn't hold water.
Yeah, Crank was dope.
Yeah. Or Hardcore Henry.
Yeah, that was fucking
Hardcore
good.
Henry.
She ate Riverman's brains. She ate our boy's brains. God damn it. Oh,
Not
and
all
they
of them, though.
And they expand on the lore in the sense that it's explained at the beginning, right? The stuff that's used to bring them back basically was like paraquat, which was a defoliant they were using to try to get rid of marijuana.
Yep.
And so that's kind of like a little bit of a joke, right?
Yeah.
In the original Return of the Living Dead, it ended up making zombies. And in fact, there is a movie called Toxic Zombies that has that exact same plot. But what was I going to say? Yeah, so yeah, it's the trioxin. That's the name of it, trioxin. And it, brings the dead back to life with a voracious appetite for brains. But why do they want brains? Right? And the first one, it helps, right? She says, it gets rid of the pain of being dead. Right? The half zombie. That's on the examination table. Such a great scene. Is this as good as the original Return of the Living Dead? Fuck no. It's hell no. But for a sequel, for a part 3, I would put this on the same level as some of the better Hammer, Dracula, or Frankenstein sequels.
Stream is yanked down. The stream got yanked, Brian.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
God damn it, man. We were having really good luck there, too, for a while.
Yeah.
Right? They were letting me fucking run shit. But, oh well, that's okay. It'll come back. But it's like, shit, it's not like I'm running Disney shit either. But
yeah, that's true. You were showing a gang of shit, though, so
wow.
Surprised they let you go that long. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah.
You're showing a gang of shit.
Right. Yeah. Because now I think you can get away with showing a trailer.
They were yanked. Yeah. They're starting to yank me now. I went like 30 shows without getting yanked.
Really?
Yeah, no, like full on music videos, dude. I get copyright strike, but now they're yanking it. So
it keeps changing. It keeps changing. Expect it to change a lot in the next couple of months. A lot. In all kinds of ways.
I think you're up now.
Possibly. The back, Donka. Yeah. Thank you, Kiss. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. Yeah, YouTube has relaxed their algorithm or whatever.
A little bit, yeah.
Where I can play like an entire movie trailer. And so I guess I was pushing my luck. But yeah,
that's what bounties are there for, though, man, to get pushed.
No, that's entirely true. Oh yeah, man. When Santos, Chief El Vato Loco, comes back, and he's like, "Orderly, cabron."
Yeah,
that's amazing. That's amazing. He's just like fucking. The animatronic work in this is fucking awesome. Oh, and then there's this moment, right, where like his head comes up, and it's the actor's head.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut you, homie. and then it's the animatronic.
He's like a straight Texan in the House of Corpses, you know.
Is he?
Yeah, he's the sheriff that has to deal with Sid Haig, and Sid Haig murders him. You know, he's like full on like redneck, and his brother is William Forsythe in the second one, but he's haunting him. He's like, "You gonna let me die like that, huh?" And he's like, "I ain't gonna let you down, brother." You know, it's pretty good.
In which one is this?
In House of 1,000 Corpses and Devil's Rejects, the Rob Zombie movies.
Oh, so he's like a recurring character.
He's a ghost in the second one for William Forsythe. They're both.
Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Sheriff Waddell, and he gets murdered by I think Sid Haig. Yeah, Sid Haig blasts him.
By Captain Spaulding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I only saw that movie when it first came out. I remember it had been in the can that sat on a shelf for like 2 years.
Oh, before they released it?
Yeah, because Universal thought they were like, this is just going to be a fucking bomb. They were like, this movie is so bad we can't release it. It's kind of like the New Salem's Lot By the way,
the
trailer for that dropped.
And
it looks okay, but here's the thing. That movie has been sitting on a shelf for a while because evidently it's so bad that they couldn't release it theatrically. So it's getting released direct to Cinemax, I think.
What about The Stand? Because like The Stand fucking came out, had a Skarsgård in it and everything. I didn't hear shit about it.
I didn't hear shit about.
It's out there.
I heard a couple of things, but I didn't. It's not like I bothered.
Yeah, I was just like, So.
Yeah. Let's see where we are here. Oh yeah, this is where she. Yeah, this is the moment we were talking about before when she hits that tree.
You losing control, huh?
Yes, it like men, we love that feeling, ladies, when you put your hands down our pants. that might be the best feeling in the world.
Cisco, then on me, Bert, and you're getting 2 thumbs up. What?
Yeah, boy. Yes. That might be the best feeling in the world for a straight guy. So, ladies, is having you put your hands down.
And, you're about to see the fucking shittiest fucking bike accident leading to a death ever.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be funny.
It's not funny.
No, I'm saying it has a sense of humor to it, a sense of really dark humor. Right, it's like when he drives her back into the base and she's dead and she's like on the leaning against him, right, on the behind him on the bike. That's also meant to be funny.
Yeah, but there's nothing funny about this inning.
I'm not saying it's a gag. I'm saying that it's that this movie has a sense of dark humor.
Like, I don't know, though. I don't know if they were trying to be. I mean, maybe they were.
No, I don't think they were trying to be funny for this.
No,
shit.
this scene is.
I didn't laugh at it.
It turns totally dramatic, but in other words, that wasn't like a gnarly death. But of course, she couldn't have a gnarly death because then the whole point is that she's very intact, right?
She hit the fucking post and it cracked. Yeah. But let's just be honest, dude. Nobody goes flying off a bike.
No,
hitting it like this.
No, but
so it would have happened. Like, dude, even if you fucking hit a fucking rock, would have been better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude. What I'm saying is, this movie
at least have a fucking bump on the goddamn bike.
This movie is not trying to take place in the real world. Is what I'm saying. This movie is not trying to be realistic.
Stop trying to defend your girlfriend here.
No. I'm actually defending Brian Yuzna. I'm actually defending Brian Yuzna, and which is not a thing I'm normally do. Like I said, Brian Yuzna's made a lot of fucking shit. Right? I don't like Society. I hated Necronomicon. I hated Bride of Reanimator. But this, I think, is genuinely good. I think that this is a genuinely well-made, solid.
It doesn't take away from the movie. The fact that that's just shitty. Okay.
All right.
Definitely definitely a horror. It's got some comedic elements in there. Obviously, it's got some romance too. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and that's
you don't
something
really get that in the horror movies. You don't get the romance. And it's got that old romance. You know what I mean? And like they just. We'll spoil. We don't want to spoil the ending.
I like the fact that it plays with the fucking thing of where there's that Dawn of the Dead and all the other fucking zombie movies that were actually good, where they can keep a fucking emotional attachment to certain things. Yeah,
exactly. So that was cool. You got these cool monsters too, and these cool character designs. You know what I mean?
My god!
I know people that watch the show are into that.
Well, I mean, like one of the first zombie that you really even see in this. Let me see if I can bring that up.
So YouTube cut you again while you were putting that little trailer. Now we're back again.
Okay. The first zombie that we see. This well, not the first zombie, but the one that comes out of the trioxin barrel. No, actually, he is the first one that you see in this movie. No,
the first one is in the movie. It's that guy.
Right, because you see the barrels
in the lab.
Yeah, right. So when I saw this, I thought, okay, that's a Bernie Wrightson looking motherfucker right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And the zombie design in this is just really fucking great.
Oh yeah.
All of the special effects in this, all the makeup effects, everything just looks way better than it did in the first two movies. That's for damn sure. You know, the original Return of the Living Dead had notorious production problems, specifically with the special effects. I mean, I love that movie, but I know that Dan O'Bannon said he was like very unhappy with how it turned out. It wasn't the movie that he intended to make, right? Because the budget was getting cut, and also he wanted more zombies. The designs that they had for the zombies were really fucking cool. A lot of shit, like the Tar Man, that we ended up not getting, right? But he said that the older he got, and the older the film got, like the more he felt proud of it.
Yeah.
Where he could be like, you know what? I actually really like it now. Like, no, I mean, it grew on him.
I think that one, I mean, I disagree with you on it. I think that one's just as good. It's just a little different. And they have a lot of different characters. You know, they got like that yellow one that's running around like, you know, and then you got Tar Man.
But in this, dude,
you got the puppet on the bed. You know, I thought that was pretty cool.
Which is amazing. There's a
lot of cool shit in there too. So
there is.
I don't know, but you know, all I have to say is tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
The zombies that swarm her, for instance, don't look very good.
When she comes back with the fucking open mouth, sadly, they couldn't show it too much.
Yeah.
That concept art, the idea of it, like she was pretty fucking bad.
Oh god, the concept art was fucking amazing. Cool that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is they had production problems on that. I know O'Bannon actually had to fire the original special effects artist because he said he just wasn't doing his job. And so that's what I'm saying is I'm saying that, you know, not taking anything away from the original Return of the Living Dead, but there could have been and should have been more shit like this.
Okay, you know what? Can you do me a favor because I'm working on this same time?
Yeah, brother.
Check the budget of the first movie and that one just for the hell of it.
Oh, that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea.
Because I have a feeling that this one's gonna have a way bigger budget.
Oh, for sure. Like I said, with the original, they were yanking it. While I mean, imagine this. It's just like, well, we're telling you you're making a $5 million movie, and then as you're making it, oh yeah, this is gonna be a $1 million movie.
Yep.
But I wrote a script for a $5 million movie. Yeah, well, that's your problem.
Make it work.
I don't. Yeah, exactly. You know what? Fucking god damn it, man! Fucking IMDb is shit. They fucked that website up so goddamn good.
Yeah.
When they got rid.
Okay, so Return of the Living Dead budget $4 million USD.
The first one. Okay.
The third one, $2 million. So no.
Yeah, the film was going to be less.
Yeah, but dude, the technology was more advanced and way cheaper. Yeah.
But they were shooting a lot of the same canisters right here, like just kind of flipping the angles and stuff, you know.
Yeah, and the decor is not as big. Like it's like it feels like it's just that they invested their money more into the look of the zombies, I guess.
This is really interesting. First of all, let me go back to some of that fucking cool ass fucking art. You can see that this movie gets a lot of love.
Oh yeah.
Like I was surprised at the amount of fan art for this.
So it's two doesn't have a lot of cool like iconic characters like 1 and 3 do.
It has the Tar Man again.
Tar Man's in 2?
Huh. Yeah, briefly.
Does he look as cool though?
Yeah, yeah, he does.
He looks fucking dope in the first one. The way he walked around and everything.
Slimy, dude, and the way his fucking head went flying across the fucking room, fucking amazing. And the actor that was in that costume. The way he was moving his body,
was just
yeah,
dude.
Yeah,
so good.
Yeah, that dude was like a cadaverously thin mime. Yeah, that's who played the Tar Man, a cadaverously thin mime.
Yeah, but Tar Man was the shit.
Tar Man was the shit.
Yeah.
Check this out. I didn't know that. I didn't know this. At the Garon, I'm fucking this up because I think it's French. Gerardmer Film Festival. It won the Audience Award. At the Amsterdam Fantastic Film Festival, it won the Silver Scream Award. And at the Fangoria Chainsaw Awards, this won Best Actress for Melinda Clarke and was a nominee for Best Limited Release Direct-to-Video Film. But yeah, I mean, thank you, IMDb, but you fuck everything else up. You got rid of the forums, man. The IMDb forums were the shit.
Forums were just the shit in general.
Dude, the IMDb forums were fantastic. They had to get rid of them because of The Walking Dead.
Oh,
because they were afraid of people dropping spoilers and shit. So they got rid of the fucking forums, and most tragically, they got rid of the forum for I Spit on Your Grave, which is amazing. Which is second, I'd say, the second most awesome forum page on IMDb after the one for the Room. In fact, it was the IMDb forums that are the reason anybody even knows that movie exists.
Damn.
That's a fact. Because that's where it started. Because people were talking about it, and then there were people that were like, hey, I worked on that movie. Right? Because a lot of people worked on that movie, and then the production shut down, and then other people were brought on, and it was like, because it was most likely a money laundering scheme of some kind. That's still the prevailing theory. But literally, the only reason why it became like an urban legend and everything was it all started on the IMDb forums.
Dude, I was curious. I went to check, and sadly, no. But the guy that played Tarman, right?
Yeah,
I forgot his name. Alan Troutman.
Yeah.
So he played Tarman in Return of the Living Dead 1. He played him again in Tarman the Return of the Living Dead Part 2.
Right.
And I went to check because I was curious because I thought that maybe it was the guy doing the zombie in the first zombie in the movie. But no, because he kind of looks a bit similar.
Right.
The one that's strapped on they're doing the experiment on. I was like, it would have been funny that it's the same actor it's not.
Yeah,
but I found out that it's the same one that played the ugly one in second one though. But
Kiss says, "Oh, it must be talking about Gary Busey." Honorable mention: Predator 2 and the Buddy Holly story. Yeah,
I think Predator 2 is his best fucking appearance in the movie.
Yeah, it is.
Gary Busey is like,
yeah, it is.
He has some of his best
really
fucking line and attitude. And I think I also enjoyed him in Silver Bullet.
Silver Bullet.
Oh, he's great in Silver Bullet. Yeah. And Point Break. He's great in a lot of shit, actually.
But yeah, Silver Bullet for me, like that's the top one for sure.
To me, it's in Predator. Like the role he has in Predator was in Predator.
That's like his most, or I mean, Lethal Weapon for sure. That's his most badass.
Yes. That would be the best.
Point Break. Let's Get Harry. Eye of the Tiger. The Eye of the Tiger. That's literally a movie based on the theme song from Rocky 3. That song became so popular they decided they were just going to make an Eye of the Tiger, Eye of the Tiger, the movie. And it's like Gary Busey against a gang of bikers led by William Smith, the guy who plays Conan's father in Conan the Barbarian.
That sounds dope.
It's fun.
Watch it.
I recommend it. Like
Conan's dad.
If you want to turn off
movie,
if you want to turn your fucking brain off and watch something thoroughly stupid and very entertaining, you could do worse than Eye of the Tiger.
At the end of the day, Brian, I'm there to be entertained.
Yes.
I'm there for the artsy fartsy and the microscope too.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, entertainment trumps all.
Yes, dude. Otherwise, I mean, that's the thing. It's just like if you're not having fun, then
that was a good shot of some clouds and some mountains, but was it fun?
But that's the thing. It's before that was the fun part about when we were younger in movies.
Yeah,
movies were their own movies. Were their own fucking shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Like they were their own IP, their own fucking thing. But the thing is, let's make a difference between a fucking fucking movie and an adaptation. When you're trying to adapt a novel, a comic book, a cartoon, or something, respect the fucking shit.
Yes.
Like
Other
Beetlejuice 2.
Other than that,
was a
have
movie.
fun. Other than that, just have fun. Make us have fun. Like there's some movie before was like we didn't give a fuck. Okay, I'm watching an action movie. Yeah, he's bashing people's heads, shooting some people. Yeah, things are blowing up. Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But the thing is I could still be a little bit of a bitch when it comes to that shit because I'm like, okay, this is being done poorly in a way that's not entertaining. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's boring you at that point.
It's boring you at that point.
I love the last action.
There's no reason this stuff can't be done with wit and style.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that hate it. Me, I love fucking The Last Action Hero. I think it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that movie's awesome.
Why would they hate you for liking that piece of shit?
No, not like me. I said some people hate that movie, not me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't hate that. It's a spoof, man.
I fucking love that movie. I think the bad guy with the eye is fucking insane.
Deadpool and Marvel movies.
And the fucking message of the movie. The reason why that movie was made, the message of it was actually to address those fucking kids trying to fucking reproduce their fucking hero movie stars. So that movies are fucking movies.
Yes. Yep. And that these characters are ideals, but they're not realistic ideals.
They even make the joke of when he breaks the fucking window, like in a movie, he breaks it just.
Yeah.
And then in real life, he's like, fuck.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think that's a great movie, but I also don't think it deserves the hate that it gets, and that it's as bad as people were saying.
In my way of seeing it, it's like it should be like technically like you don't have to love it. You don't have to love it, but it's technically like it should be there with some kind of like I would say masterpiece, but not masterpiece because the movie is really fucking well done.
Yeah,
and they did something that's never been done before.
Yeah, I put up there with Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit's a masterpiece.
And Deadpool, I put up there with Roger Rabbit and Deadpool. They all kind of
that's what I'm saying. Like to me, that movie is technically a masterpiece because it's never been done before. He addresses something seriously in a funny fucking way, and it has fucking Schwarzenegger in it. And then he goes into a fucking blockbuster type of thing, and he sees Stallone as fucking Terminator.
Yes, that was
fun. Tom Noonan is the axe murderer, and
Tom Noonan's great in that. Tom Noonan is great in that.
What's his name? The main villain? Fuck, I always forget his name. Charles Dance.
Charles Dance.
Badass.
He's fucking insane.
Family Opera. That's where I first seen him. Was on the TV version. He was great in that.
Surviving the Game. That's a pretty entertaining take on the Most Dangerous Game, which has got to be up there with Frankenstein and Dracula as like the most adapted story of
just tweaked a bunch.
Because we keep getting, but that's the thing. It's one of those things where it's so simple that you can just keep reinterpreting it over and over and over again. I thought The Hunt was good. A lot of people, it's weird because I think a lot of people avoided that movie because they thought that it was going to be like an SJW thing, and it's not. It's actually an It's actually an anti-SJW movie.
That's the one with Ray Fiennes. Is that what that one is?
Oh no, that's
I'm thinking about the cooking one. Something totally different. Yeah, The Cook.
Right? Okay. Is that the name of it?
Where you like has a bunch of cooks come over and they cook a dish or something, and then
they're all going to commit group suicide, and they're going to take all of the. It's not really a spoiler. It's the plot of the movie that basically this celebrity chef and his kitchen aides have all basically formed a death cult, and that they're all going to kill themselves, and that they're going to take these really rich cocksuckers with them.
They have a movie too with the kind of similar to that, where it's like a big gothic party. This chick goes to a gothic party, and she finds out at the very end. Spoiler: it's Dracula. I don't know if you've seen that. It's a new movie. It's got that chick from Deadpool too, Zazie Beetz. She goes to some like goth like.
I'm surprised that story hadn't been done before.
It just no one watched it because I was looking up Dracula movies that no one really watched that were new, and that was one of them. And at the end of the movie, you find out it's Dracula. He's throwing a big party and he wants her or whatnot. Because I don't know if you heard about this, but
right?
Luc Besson is making a Dracula movie right now.
Yes, and
he's back to making movies all of a sudden.
Yeah, he's doing Dracula: A Love Story
because he stopped after losing that lawsuit with
it was alleged. Like
what was the name again? Lockdown.
What happened to him?
Lockdown.
He got a bunch of sexual lawsuits too. On top of that.
So, no!
But Lockdown. He lost to John Carpenter because he ripped off. He ripped off the beginning of a cutscene and of Escape from New York.
Oh my god!
Like, I don't know if you remember Lockdown. It's like
it was gonna be
I love that.
The movie's dope.
I love that fucking movie. The character
space.
in there is like so much one of my characters. I love it so much.
Yeah,
dude, it's fucking insane. Like that guy, when I saw it, I'm like, dude, that guy.
It was what's sad about that movie was Guy Pearce was such a cool action star that he never really
underutilized.
He never did anything like that type of character again, you know. And he
dude, that interrogation scene is fucking dope.
Funny, yeah.
But I'm getting beat up by a guy called, I forgot what the name was. Punch again. Yeah, you're like, yeah, fucked your wife. Bang.
The Dracula armor looks pretty sick though. The guy playing him though, he doesn't like he picked a dude that's not really Dracula, you know, but he looks the dude's committed to the role. He's speaking in Romanian tongue and dialect, and
I saw that interview.
When he puts on the suit, he's like 6'5" or something.
So,
yeah, and the guy who made the armor is the same guy who made the armor for Excalibur.
Yeah, for Excalibur.
And he was like, and he was like mad crazy respect. He was like, oh man, like to work with a guy like that, but just to meet a guy, you know, just to meet that guy.
I just hope that there's more Dracula Untold and less Bram Stoker's Dracula in it. Even though Bram Stoker is one of my favorite movies, I hope there's more Dracula Untold. There's more action. There's more Vlad action.
Yeah, I wouldn't set my hopes very high. I mean, Luc Besson's known for making movies that have a lot of action in them.
Yeah,
but that's what I mean by Untold. Untold is an action fucking Dracula.
Yeah,
right.
But this one's called a love tale.
And so, here's the other thing
very
too.
French. It's a very French, taking place in France. You know, and he said he has 20 costume changes in the movie, so it's going to be jumping through the ages a lot. So
it's him through 400 years.
Yeah,
right. And this is the thing that got me about the interview with Luc Besson. Luc Besson is like, you know, like the original Dracula novel. What spoke to me the most was the love story, and I'm like, dude,
not me.
That's not in the fucking novel.
Yeah. It's from like the movies.
That's from Richard Matheson. Richard Matheson came up with that for the 1975 Dan Curtis TV movie adaptation of Dracula with Jack Palance.
Yeah. And then
James V. Hart, I felt embarrassed for him. I was like, "Oh, dude, you really do not fucking know your fucking."
Then James V. Hart picked that one, and then he added the Vlad angle. You know what I mean? Which was dope. You know,
Brian. I don't know if you answered me, but did you see the movie Lockdown?
Of course.
Okay, the suitcase.
Yeah.
The entire thing with the suitcase and the putting the thing in the thing and how he gets the suitcase to the guy in the fucking subway. So the guy hides it in the thing. That was all the fucking opening. You can find the original opening that was cut from Escape from New York on YouTube. They released it for his court case, and that's how he won. And Luc Besson got lost.
Ow! Flavor Flav said, "Ow." Kiss says, I dig the 1930s Most Dangerous Game with Joel McCrea and Fay Wray. As a matter of fact, that movie is shot on the same sets that they used for King Kong.
Oh, that's cool.
But I know some people don't like old films. Yeah, you know what? Some people don't like old films. They're known as assholes and idiots. Not to be a dick or anything like that, but there's a fucking 100 years of cinema.
Yeah.
Right? People that only watch like what just came out, or like a zoomer, like to them, like as far back as they'll go is like 1977 or 6, Star Wars. Like that's where cinema begins, is Star Wars. Right?
Yeah.
There's 100 years of fucking cinema from all around the fucking world. If all you're watching is the shit that come out, and that's the great thing, is you get to cherry pick and just watch the best.
And it all sucks. Just to watch it.
Well, dude, I was like watching that first King Kong when I was a kid. And that shit's brutal, dude. That first black and white one, it's pretty scary, you know.
Which one?
Just the first black and white King Kong, the first one.
Oh,
you know?
dude,
it's just brutal as fuck, you know. Like
it's incredible.
It was too much for my kid. I had to turn it off. You know, it was more brutal than the new shit. Because the new shit just looks like a cartoon kind of video game.
Yeah,
you know?
But you know, back in the days, back in our days, the good old days.
That's interesting.
They didn't pamper people. Like even like kids had like horror and shit like that. Like, dude, that's now right now, Lord of the Fly. It's too mean. It's too aggressive for kids. And like, dude, it has one of the most fucking important lessons you can fucking learn as a fucking kid. Let them watch a goddamn movie.
Right.
And kids like their shit dark, But that's interesting that you said that it became like you realized, like, because obviously they're your children, right? So you're kind of gauging where they're at, right? And, you know, and Matt being a responsible parent is giving his children age-appropriate horror education, right?
We got
you
it,
don't
man.
just, yeah, you're not like Crystal McGee and just like start them out with fucking like a Serbian film or a cannibal.
Dude, there's some movies where it's like, Daddy, can I watch that? I'm like, I'll never watch that movie with you at any age. It'll be too fucking awkward. Like, you know, I'm not gonna ever watch. I'll never watch that movie.
Yeah,
with you,
I can
you
imagine.
Know? Like, you go watch that later when you're like, you know, 18
Dude.
with a friend or something.
Me and David did one of the biggest mistakes that we still to this day we laugh about it, and even the kids do at this point.
Yeah.
We thought we were putting like a funny type of like zombie movie for old age. It was the Boy Scout. That's something Boy Scout. What's the name of it? Hold on. Boy Scout versus Zombie or something like that.
People bitching in the chat about Valerian. Valerian is weird because I
love it and hate it at the same time.
You read the book?
I love the.
No.
I know the comic book. I love the movie world, the ambience, the design, the story is good.
Casting is for
the
shit.
casting for the two fucking main
God.
characters. There's no chemistry. There's no nothing, and
None.
the fucking actress sucks in almost every fucking role she does.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it one time and I was kind of meh.
Dude, she did a voice in fucking new episode of Futurama, and she sucks.
Yeah, I mean, because I watched it, and I was like, this isn't as bad as everybody says it is, but
there you go. Scouts
right
Guide to
that
Zombie
the
Apocalypse.
cast is just fucking horrible. I'm sorry, Sid, what did you say?
So the movie was it was on Netflix, right? It's called Scout's Guide to Zombie Apocalypse. So it has kids in it, like on the second thing, teenagers and shit like that, right?
Oh, there's the
and
kid
we're like,
yeah,
huh? And we're we're gonna watch this with the kids. Now, that's gonna be a fun watch. You know, they like gruesome and stuff like that. I never watched it. Neither did Dave. But then zombie with big fucking tits. They go to a strip club, and then we look at each other. We're like, I don't think we fucking did the right thing here.
Yeah,
and we're like, and the girls are like, it's okay, it's just boobs,
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
fine. And we and they would look at each other like, the fuck. Then they walk into a strip club. Like, oh, fuck. Then you see the zombie stripper. You're like, oh, fuck.
How old were they at this point?
I think. I don't know. It came out in 2015. So 10 years.
Yeah, you want to watch? I would think. I wouldn't.
So let's say we watched it probably like it's been out for a year or two, probably. I've been more so 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
So there were like maybe like 13, 1 14, something like that.
Yeah.
And the boys were a bit older. So, but they've watched like Walking Dead or stuff like that, So we're like, it's probably in the same type of vein. Like you'll have some disgusting like zombies eating people, but that'll be it, Maybe some partial nudity, but nothing too bad, right? And
right.
So we see the fucking cop with giant fucking tits. We're like, oh, dude, those are nice tits. But whoa, okay. Then the stripper part, we're like, fuck. We're like, so I might as well just keep going.
They have a parental rating.
That's probably the worst we're gonna get, right?
Yeah.
We get to a scene with an old man fucking zombie, and one's about to fall from the window, grabs the fucking old man's dick that starts stretching off the zombie.
Oh my god!
They have a parental rating.
Dug deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah. That's what the thing is. But if you haven't seen it, I don't know if you're gonna like it, Brian, because it's like a horror comedy, but it's a well-made one.
I like
but
it when
I'm
they're
pretty
done
sure.
Well.
I'm pretty sure Matt's gonna like it. So it's like imagine it's hard to say it, but check it out. It's Scout's Guide to Zombie Apocalypse.
I just go to I type in the movie name in Google, and then I go to parental guide, and IMDb has like a lot of movies, like every single movie I can think of, they have them on there, and it'll tell you every single thing.
That's great.
Why it's rated R in there. It'll say nudity, profanity, gore. It'll tell you all that shit, and then they'll say this scene. They break it down too in a minute detail. I'm like, oh, okay, I already know what I'm looking for.
Some nudity and some gore. It's not going to stop me from going and watch the movie with a 13-year-old. Get it?
Oh, for sure.
12.
What
13.
I do is,
I was not expecting a fucking stripper with her tits falling off.
I'll tell her to turn her head, and then I'll fast forward the fucker. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like if it's a lot of gore or something, like boom, she don't even have to see it.
See, my parents, they didn't mind me seeing nudity, but they minded me seeing violence because they were from Germany, and they're like their attitude is like nudity is just like whatever, and violence they're uptight about. They're like, a little bit less like, well, the English really got pissed off about the gore. That's why we had the video nasties thing where like police were literally raiding video stores and pulling movies like this off.
Dude, the English have problem. The British have problem with fucking nunchucks. So
yeah, Ninja Turtles and shit.
Yeah.
Oh well, they did
here in New York
too.
So much, dude. Like that doesn't bother me too much. You know, it's got to be like crazy gore. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. And also I would think that there'd be a difference between the the intensity of the violence, right? If it's cartoon gore like you get in a movie like this, it's not as severe as something that you'd get in a film that's more realistic.
But that's my point. That's what's in the Scouts guide. The thing is just that, dude, I was really not expecting it to go to the point of like there's a guy like the guy's eating a chick through her legs type of thing. They're like, oh fuck. And then the old man with the dick, I was like, okay, dude, I think we should probably stop this here.
Yeah. Like, oh no.
Let me see. Pa says, so today we had a shooter threat at middle school here. Tomorrow we have a bomb threat at the high school. I'm about to lose my shit.
Yeah,
that
dude.
Sucks.
That's why I took my kids out of school. It's hard, man, but fuck, I had to do it.
That's tough, man.
It's been tough this year, but we're fully homeschooling now. So.
Yeah, but that's the thing is I come from that generation too. Like Jay Daw was saying, like my dad used to let me watch anything. Like I come from that generation too. It's just anything that's like not porn, like pornographic or something like that. Like nudity is not a killer for me.
Right.
Yeah, I used to watch pretty much anything too when I was a kid. Pretty much.
I mean,
anything.
It's not like I wouldn't let my 13-year-old watch like a Jess Franco movie where it's like, I mean, it's like Hustler magazine, right? Where it gets gynecological, is what I'm saying. The camera is gynecological, right?
It's like my books. Like you can see some tits, you'll see some ass, but you rarely see any real fucking private parts. Or if you do, it's like a wink at it. You're not seeing like the fucking full dick. You're not seeing the vagina. You might see the push, right?
Right.
That's it.
Right.
It's I don't know. It's weird that. To me, it just doesn't. I come from like a mix of both worlds in a way because we're Franglish, Quebec, Canada.
Right. Yeah, that's interesting.
So there's a part of us here that has a problem with the fucking like the French side, no problem with titties, problem with fucking violence.
Right.
The other side, it's no problem with violence, but we have a problem with titties here.
So you're like, those are two sides that are struggling for domination inside your head.
I do. For a long time, we weren't even allowed to make comic books about violence or crime or anything.
That is fucking hilarious. That's too
in
funny.
Canada, I'm telling you, it's fucking ridiculous. One is like no nudity at all, and there was no crime, no this, don't address fucking crimes or anything. Like the fuck. That's what
I know a lot of movies too in my head, Jay Dalla. Some movies I don't know though that are coming out, so I'll check on IMDb and it'll tell you. Some movies I fucking forgot shit, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean what I'm most looking forward to is Terrifier 3 is coming out in October.
By the way, I finally watched Terrifier 2, by the way.
What did you think of that?
What did you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I was left out. I ended up watching a movie where I felt like I just watched a type of like movie with no point. Like it's hard to explain how I felt. Like the first one, it's fucking awesome. I really liked it. I rewatched it before watching the second one. But the second one just feels like we want to put a badass babe in there for some kind of fucking reason. Yeah. Even if it doesn't make fucking sense at all what happens.
Yeah.
And then the kills and the purpose and the this and the that and then this and then that. I'm like, what did I just fucking watch? Like, don't get me wrong, the kills are cool, it's gruesome, the shit, but they're like, there's no point. It's just a fucking like it's like a teenager wrote the fucking movie compared to the first one. There's it's like there's no structure to it.
Right.
But there's a badass babe with wings and a fucking armor, and she dies, and for some kind of reason that we don't fucking know, she comes back from the dead, kills the fucking thing. Then the thing's not dead, and then there's the little girl that's not not really explained. And then there's the thing, and then there's that other fucking cunt. And then the cunt fucking gives a fucking birth to the head of the fucking guy, and like, what the fuck? Then,
it's bonkers.
Then from out of nowhere, like I like the fact that at the end of the first one, he's not dead.
He's supernatural.
You know, he's supernatural. I like that. Then in the second one, he goes through. He can fucking affect your dreams. He can do this. He can do that. I'm like, you guys fucking know what the fuck you want to do. It's like you.
It wasn't that he was fucking with her in her dreams. It was that she was getting the same visions that her father was getting. Remember, because her father was having visions of Art the Clown, and he killed himself because
I'm pretty sure in the third one you're gonna find out that he's actually Art the Clown, because there's a fucking premise that they pitch in there that never touched again when they go, you went kind of suicide. He died in electricity. Yeah, okay, and then he comes back to electricity. I'm pretty sure it's Art.
Well, I mean, it's pretty clear that it wouldn't be his soul, maybe his body, possibly, because it's made very clear with the appearance of the little pale girl, which I love that scene. Right, once again, there's a lot of black humor in that movie where Art's is sitting right in his underwear, reading a newspaper, like laughing over tragedies, and then suddenly he senses a presence. And he turns and he looks around the corner and he sees the little pale girl and she waves to him, and then she soils herself. She just lets her bowels and her bladder go. And you're just like, that's a fucking demon. For sure. It's an unclean spirit. It's like when Joe Vigil drew this demon in, what was that book that he did? Gunfighters in Hell. He said he got a lot of crap because this demon character bends over and like is blasting shit out of his ass, and there's like, but it's crawling with insects and everything. And he was like, people were mad because it was disgusting. I'm like, it's a fucking demon. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a literally foul, unclean spirit.
Yeah, but you kind of feel like a mashup of, what can we do to shock people? What can we do to do this? What can we do to do this? And then you're like, the story doesn't make sense that much. You go, yeah, but who gives a fuck?
But here's the thing: is I think it actually does. I think that's a very religious movie. I would actually put it in the religious horror subgenre, right? The way it opens. And I love the opening too. There's a banging song from The Midnight, which is a new retrowave band, right? They specialize in music that sounds like it was made in the 80s, but it's made yesterday. Lauren Levira's character is putting together. She's making her Halloween costume, and it's an angel, right? It's angel armor, and she has the sword and everything like that. It's very clear from that beginning that she is representing. She's representing the good guy. She's representing.
And then she has light. A dream that seems to affect the real world. It's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that it has such a long running time. At first, I was like, "What the fuck." And, somebody was saying that Leone was arrogant. It was the height of arrogance for him to make a fucking 2.5 hour nearly Terrifier 2. And I totally agree.
But that's what I'm saying. It feels like a guy that went like, I can't do no wrong. So let's just put as much shit as I can in there and it'll work. And I
thought it worked. I thought it worked. I really liked it. I liked it better than the first one. I liked it a lot better than the first one, actually.
I did not.
I like them both about the same. The second one's more epic.
Check this out. Sim, this will be of interest to you. This is a new zombie movie made by your Quebecois brothers and sister.
What would I care?
RKSS? Well, I don't know. Because it's from your hometown.
I didn't even enjoy Turbo Kid. What the fuck you talking about?
You didn't like Turbo Kid?
No.
Oh, God, I love that movie.
I gotta finish watching it. I'm into it. Like I was in like 10 minutes and then I fell asleep. But
stay with it.
I never fucking finished watching. I don't like.
You know what? I thought there was a point in the movie where I thought maybe I was going to turn it off, and it's one of those movies where it's just like, okay, I'm going to stay with it a little bit longer, and I'm so glad I did, because I think that movie it's funny as hell, but I also think it has a huge heart. I think that movie has a huge heart.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Okay.
The dollar sign said it's trash.
Well,
Turbo trash kid.
How dare you? How dare he?
A dollar coming through with the common sense.
With the hot take. The hot take.
Yep.
Hey, look, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody, but I thought it was really special.
Yeah, I'll check it out for sure.
Let's take a look at their new shit, because after that they made a horror movie called Summer of '84, and that's very good. It's about a kid who believes that he lives next door practically to a serial killer.
I wonder what they have with kids all the time.
It was made around the time that Stranger Things came out. That was just in the zeitgeist, right? And what's great about that movie is that it takes a really sharp turn and commits to it. And because I don't want to give too much away, it goes in a really dark direction. And the ending to that is very, very, very memorable. I recommend that. You'd see that. I think it's on Shudder. Yeah, Summer of '84. I really like that. This has them back in comedy territory, evidently. So let's just... I haven't seen this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the dead are back. The population has dramatically grown by 175%.
There's no flesh-eating behavior.
I mean, I don't know that we need a new fucking zombie movie, but...
Have you guys heard of that movie, Frankie Frico?
No.
The one by the Psycho Gorman?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, yes! I'm psyched for that, because that's also the guy that's doing Deathstalker.
Yeah.
Dude, the guy's such a fucking lunatic. He made a movie that's basically inspired by the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, and Puppet Master too. Also, little Gremlins.
What in the actual fuck?
But there's
is
also
going through this guy's mind that he
watched
watched
Flash Gordon too. Looks like a little Flash Gordon might be thrown in there too, a little bit.
Have you guys seen the Garbage Pail Kids movie?
Yeah, I liked it a lot when I was a kid. You know.
It's fucked up. It's just like what the fuck am I watching?
I like the trading cards more, but yeah. But the Frankie Frico looks pretty funny. It's hilarious.
Well, actually, J Dollar Dog, I hate to burst your bubble, but 28 days later, 28 weeks later, love those movies, but they're not zombies. They are the infected. Zombies are the undead.
Yeah.
And tend to be flesh eaters, but a defining characteristic of a zombie is that it's one of the undead, like
28 days. That's the one in the fucking north, right?
Amazing. That's the one that's set in England.
They're not infected, are they?
Yeah, they're the infected.
I don't know. I thought they were.
Yeah, they're not zombies. They're not zombies.
I like 28 weeks, man. That fucking intro with the helicopter and everything.
Kinda.
So cool.
Kinda. You could say it's semantics. Yeah, kinda. It's
isn't
certainly
it
a zombie movie in
this
spirit and structure. That's for sure. But yeah,
the one where there's supposed
incredible.
to be like creatures that were there for a fucking long time.
And what?
They're infected by a fucking thing. Like, you sure?
In what? 28 days later, or
28 days? Hold on, I'm trying to. Is it 28 weeks or 28 days? I'm trying to remember. Like the one where they're fucking stuck in the north. I always thought like they were like older creatures, not infected.
I think you're getting this mixed up with another zombie movie.
Maybe I am. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I am.
World War Z, maybe.
And once again, they're in 20 days later. They're not the fucking. They're not zombies. They are the infected. There's also actually a lot of people say that 28 days later is a ripoff of a Umberto Lenzi movie, an Italian trash movie from the 1980 called Nightmare City. That they're actually like kind of like radioactive vampires, right? Because they don't eat flesh, they drink blood, but they're fast. They come fucking booking out of a fucking airplane and just start murking fucking cops with fucking axes and shit. It's fucking dope. That movie's on Tubi. And one of the things that's Nightmare City.
I think I did see this.
And one of the things that's great about that too is whenever one of the zombies, vampires, whatever you want to, the infected, whatever you want to call them, whenever they attack a woman, they always tear their
shirt off,
blouse off or whatever, or their shirt off, so that you can see their boobies. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it's called Nightmare City. Yeah. For me, it's just like more zombie movies, okay, but more zombies, more zombie comedies. Now the zombie is its own genre.
They're just here.
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead. Evil Dead.
Hey, shitface.
Well, Evil Dead 2,
Yeah,
right? Kind of invented the subgenre, and then Peter Jackson did Dead Alive, aka Brain Damage, and I remember seeing that and being like, okay, that's the last word in zombie comedies. Right?
Yeah, right. Can't really.
And then Shaun of the Dead came out.
Right. Yep. And then just more regurgitation after that.
But Shaun of the Dead was dope.
Yeah, it was good.
Romero actually reached out to them and told them, like, he gave them cameos in Land of the Dead.
Yep.
He was thrilled with that movie because it was like, it wasn't a ripoff of his shit. It was somebody taking his shit and doing something entirely new and
technically it was like another movie inside the same world.
Right.
In Britain.
Right. Yeah. I love Shaun.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
Your colleagues.
I like Hot Fuzz.
We're currently owing the company $25.
Hot Fuzz is
dude, I love all three of them.
I still haven't watched
We know
the
you
third.
stole from us.
It's all right.
We work for Coleman, and we've uncovered your shitty little scheme. We want the money back, or sweet old Gran over here goes bye-bye.
For Granny.
Let the show begin.
Dude, you just killed Mother Teresa.
She was so mean.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that this was based on a comic book.
Yeah,
dude, I think I've seen the trailer for this before.
Guy Davis is a great artist. I don't know this Jerry Friesen.
Jerry Friesen is the guy that did the second. He's a painter.
Yeah,
and he did the Meta Barons, the second part, the new books.
Oh no shit!
I'm not mistaken.
Here. Because I'm the girl.
No. Oh yeah, I've seen this trailer. Looks pretty good. Maybe it's pretty funny.
I mean, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch a zombie. You know.
Well, I mean, this one I probably wouldn't watch. Except
It kind of
have
that. Movies. It kind of have that. What's the name? Oh fuck.
Zombieland feel.
Zombieland vibe to it.
Hustle all of a sudden.
Kinda. And I hate fucking Zombieland.
I love the first one. The second one.
Stand it.
The second one is just pure fucking shit.
For me, Zombieland is a zombie movie for normies.
Even
that's how I see that.
Zombieland wannabe, yeah.
Yeah.
Sydney.
It's a Sydney Underground Film Festival. Okay.
Yes. That is to say, that's where you can see it. And
well,
I think
werewolf
it's
movies.
also at Fantasia, but the movie is made by your Quebecois compatriot.
Dude, yesterday I just came up and designed a new werewolf character.
Nice.
Did you?
You never have enough
fucking yes, I did, and I fucking love it.
Nice.
Yeah, werewolves are taking off right now.
I've told you.
Werewolves are coming out. Unfortunately, the Wolfman.
I've said it a long time ago.
Yeah.
I did Blood Hunt first, because I was still looking for what I wanted to do with a werewolf story, but I think I got it. There's werewolves in Blood Hunt, and yesterday I just went, you know what? I'm not going to say too much, but we don't have this. Let's make this.
Right.
Nice.
That makes sense. That makes sense to me. James Hurley says, Brian and crew thoughts on the new body horror movie that has Demi Moore and Dennis Quaid called The Substance.
It looks cool. I'll check it out. I like Dennis Quaid.
I like the trailer. Trailer looked okay.
Looks cool.
What I'm jonesing for is the new Cronenberg movie. Fuck, what is it called again? Can't even remember. I remember
with the tombstones with like the okay.
Yeah, where there's a camera in the grave of your loved one, and there's an app you can watch your loved one's corpse
decompose, right?
Decomposing.
Yeah.
With an app on your phone.
What?
Yeah, this is the new David Cronenberg movie. I mean, he's really up there in age right now, and he has always been obsessed with his own mortality. One of the things you'll notice also in his movies that you see as a theme over and over and over and over again to an obsessive degree, right? Because he's one of those people where it's not that the artist is repeating themselves; it's that you're seeing their obsession, right? And one of his is his protagonists almost always kill themselves, almost always. And then he released a short film that has a incredibly lifelike special effects dummy of his own body as a corpse, and him just kind of like cuddling up to it and hugging it. It's very, very strange. It's a good little short film. I actually recommend it. So clearly this one's about death, and I know that he lost his wife of 38 years.
Fuck, that's gotta be brutal.
So yeah, and he's up there in age, so naturally he's thinking about dying.
Yeah,
right.
He's gonna go anytime.
Right.
Just like James Earl Jones and John Cassaday. Crazy week, man.
Yeah, John Cassaday was only 52.
Rest in power. Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible. Yeah, well, I mean, look, that's tragic, right? James Earl Jones, it's sad, but the guy was in his fucking 90s.
He was 93. Yeah.
93, right?
Dudes don't live that long,
Yeah,
it's sad, but not tragic.
Yeah.
It's exactly sad, but not tragic. But 53?
52.
And he played Vader, and he played and he played Howard Vader too.
He also played Mufasa.
Yes.
Tulsa Doom's Howard Vader.
Mufasa. Let's see. J Dollars Dog says, "Can you wear a few golden necklaces on your next stream with a similar shirt?" What's she talking about? I've seen you. I've seen how you dress, homeboy. I've seen how you dress. People in glass houses, motherfucker. Anyway, I'm thinking. Wait, it's like 12:40. We should probably wrap this up. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Spank that like button. Spank the subscribe button. Ring-a-ding-ding-dong the bell for notifications and all that happy shit. Next week, I'm thinking we're probably going to be doing Kung Fu Theater.
Nice.
And I was thinking of doing the Street Fighter because I think because I'm about halfway done with that script, and it's going to make people puke. It's going to be so vile. I mean, the violence is just going to be. He's going to be fucking jacking fools up in that, man. Sonny Chiba-ing their fucking their asses.
The movie's pretty awesome. I just watched it too, so that'll save me some time next week, so I can work on some shit. So
hell yeah, man.
Watch some other movies.
Never watched one of them.
Oh, you're in for Japanese cult action cinema from the 60s and the early 70s slaps.
Fucking bloody as hell.
And what's great is that they're very, very comic booky. A lot of them are based on manga, right? Like the Lone Wolf and Cub series. Those movies fucking slap, and they have like a completely unique vibe to them. And they're just well, like I said, they're very comic booky. That's why, when I realized that I could make a comic book out of the Street Fighter, it's like this would go right.
Character too, man. He looks dope.
Character, yeah.
Like his design, his costume looks cool,
Terry Tsarugi. I already know how he's gonna fight the flying guillotine. Because one of the things that Preston said, he's like, okay, or like, but for this comic, is there going to be a flying guillotine? He's like, I want to do the flying guillotine. Like,
we just got to keep at it, man.
We can make that happen.
We got to make all these books,
Yeah,
time
man.
is short, too. It's fucking crazy. It's like, you don't want to think of too many books because, fuck, time just, it's really hard to just make one sometimes.
It is. And you know, I'm
you gotta have a couple going, you know.
I hope that Preston wasn't here tonight because he's working on the last pages.
No,
he wasn't here. He said it in the thing. He's cleaning from the hurricane.
Yeah, there's a hurricane.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh fuck! Is he okay? Is everybody like in that region okay? Was it like or is it something that's coming, or is it something that
it passed?
Oh, it passed.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he's cleaning up, it means that it passed.
Because one of the reasons on like the new 6-gun gorilla is so late is because his house got destroyed by like a fucking tornado.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, like I'm fucked. Like Preston, dog. You might want to think about moving. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. But then again, it's just like shit. You know, where I live, there's not a lot of natural disasters, some floods occasionally. But you know, I can understand you put roots down.
It's one of the best part about living in Canada.
What, the lack of natural disasters?
Yes. Think about it. There's no tornado. We don't get like huge ass tornadoes here. We get hurricanes. They're not that big. And we don't have giant fucking bugs and spiders and crocodiles and this and that trying to fucking kill us. But we do have caribous, you know.
And wolverines. Don't forget the wolverines.
Yeah. No. You can die if you check in the woods, but you know you can live your life at your house without having to be afraid.
Freeze your ass off, man! Yeah. Jesus Christ!
You don't freeze your ass off. What the fuck are you talking about?
No. I know.
It's a 4 season here. 4 seasons is one of the best places to go. It's one of the things I was checking. If I move to the U.S., I need a place where it has 4 seasons.
That would, I have to admit, I think that would fuck me up. Because I've lived on the East Coast like pretty much my entire life, and you know, I've been in other countries and across the country, and a place like California where the weather is just like perfect all the time, practically perfect, but then you don't get autumn and spring and everything and winter. And I mean, I just wish our winters were I wish winter was just like a month shorter, at least a month shorter. do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, it's because it gives you a sense of renewal, of rebirth, like that first snowfall. There's always something magical about that.
He keeps those fucking spiders small.
Yes, that would, and also the poisonous reptiles, I imagine, are very abundant.
Exactly
in that climate. Sim, tell these fools where they can find you and buy your awesome shit.
You can find me anywhere on freaking social media under Sim_Inkslayer. I'm on YouTube, Twitter, everywhere. I'm doing the Doodle and Chill on Saturdays, and we're doing the Weekenders on Fridays. What else? You can go on the InkSlayerEntertainment.com website. You can find all my previous books and links to the new one that's coming up. And go sign up to Blood Hunt #2 on Indiegogo.
Fuck yeah.
It's going to be launching pretty soon. I just don't know if I'm going to be doing that or the color edition #1 yet. I'm still deciding. But anyway, I'm over 60 page done on the book right now.
Damn. And also the new shit is in the mail.
Yeah, everything's technically mailed out. Like Beacon's like halfway through the US books. So all of you US backers should be getting your shit pretty soon. As soon as I hear hear some of your US people getting the books, I'm gonna send out the digital copies. Because right now I have people around the world getting that, except you guys now. So I'm waiting for some of you guys to get it, and then it's sending the digital out. But yeah, I'm pretty much fully fulfilled.
Kick ass.
Yeah,
that's such a good feeling, man. That's such a good feeling. Then, of course, the best is when you see that shit in people's hands, but you're already experiencing that, right?
Yep.
So
even fucking Soul Lion got his book in Germany.
Fuck yeah, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here I am sweating in New York, just still waiting. Get with it, Beacon. Get with it.
You already mailed half of it. It should be here soon.
That's all good. I'm just busting balls.
And by the way, Matt, you got a Nash can with a sketch in it.
Oh,
for winning the second place in the fan art.
Hell
yeah. That's what's up.
Hell yeah. Matt, tell these fools where they can find you.
You guys can find me at Runecutter Comic on Twitter. And if you guys want, you can check out my books at butchcleaver.com. It's a gothic horror western. And if you guys want, you can check out my YouTube channel, Metal Movies and Brewskis, where I do reviews and we do live streams on Saturday at midnight. Talk about metal stuff and such. And thanks, Brian, for having me on.
Hell yeah! Thanks for having, dude. Thanks for hanging out. We do appreciate you. It'd suck if I was just hanging out by my lonesome here, just fucking ripping, just talking about fucking weird old horror movies and shit.
Again, man.
Thank you guys. But anyway, everybody, you can get my book Six Gun Gorilla at funmycomic.com. The volume 2 trade paperback will hopefully ship by November, I'm thinking. I mean, Preston is finishing the very last pages of pencils. Of course, then colors and letters need to be done, but that shit's usually pretty fast.
With the way that you said the way you said gorilla right there.
Yeah.
Gorilla. Did you ever think about making that book? Gorilla.
No, do you know why I pronounce it like that? do you know how actually the reason I pronounce it gorilla is because I can't help it, because that's how Wanger pronounces it.
The Wanger.
You should make a horror movie with a freaking cyborg gorilla, and you call it gorilla.
Yeah. Just ripping motherfuckers' heads off and shit like that. It's like the strength of a gorilla, the brain of a chimp. Yeah, they'll take the brain of a chimp and put it in a gorilla's body. He's just eating motherfuckers' faces and shit, and just nom, 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 nom.
And his favorite snack is Frankenberries.
Count Chocula.
Because he's starting to get Frankenstein. Get it?
Poor creature from the Black Lagoon. Have you ever seen that little comic strip somebody did where the creature from the Black Lagoon is at a supermarket looking sad, and he's walking through the cereal aisle, and there's all the monster cereals, but no cereal for him. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. We really do appreciate you, and as always, peace, love, and